Hello, hello, everybody. How is everyone doing? Happy holiday weekend? Question mark. I say that because it's been like a couple days since we've been in the holiday. At least for me, based off the job I work, I had Wednesday, Thursday, and today off. So I've already been, vacation mode. Mermaid Romance isn't out yet. I didn't know that. So I'm kind of romancing somebody in it. I forgot their name, but it's kind of like it's an aside character. It's like a backup character. Yes, it is long-haired Kaito today. I am a detective. So I figured I'd use my human model and don my fedora, which is totally not just an PNG pasted on top of my head. But yes, I'm a detective today because we're playing Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. I hope everybody's had a relaxing couple days or a relaxing day or relaxing yesterday. Whatever your work schedule was, if you're in the America and celebrate Thanksgiving, or if you don't, I hope you at least had a good day. I'm glad to be back. It's been a long week. It's definitely been a very, very long week for me. I could go into work stuff, but that's not fun. That's not fun. So we're going to play some Sherlock Holmes today, and tomorrow's going to be Raft, and then we'll have a new schedule next week. So, yeah, with all the different foods I've eaten lately, my brain is not halfway there because, just food coma. I was having issues with the internet yesterday. Yes, I do remember that. I do. Which is extremely frustrating, especially if you're off of work or school or wherever you are. Because it's like, I need the internet right now. I really need you. I need you the one time I'm off and you're not here. It's extremely disappointing. Honestly, for me, yeah. 10 times bad is like for me. I can't handle not having internet. It is my life's blood. I'm like over here on LTE or whatever, just trying to find any shred of internet. That's me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over because this game is a little bit slow. It's still not working. Oh, did you? I don't know if you live with your parents or what. You don't need to tell me, but I hope somebody was able to contact the ISP and figure that out for you because that's awful. All right, let me switch over. Now, if anything's wonky today, yeah. Speaking of, there we go. If anything's wonky today, it's because I had about, 10 minutes to get set up for stream, and I was also cleaning my kitchen at the same time, which is a complete wreck, because I was trying to cook before stream today, and that was just a freaking mess. And let me make sure the audio is being carried over. Okay, good. I didn't update OBS, but I wanted to make sure everything was working before I jumped in. Last time, God, what did we do last time? Yeah, we found that there was a bunch of crooks and bad people in the government conspiracies. We solved that, and now we're back at home. And it was after Mycroft gave us the mission for the. No, it is Mycroft's mission. The mission before was the painter dude. So we're at Mycroft's mission now, if I remember right. It's been a week, okay? It's been a week and some good food. Bad people in the government. Nuh-uh. Yeah, bad people in the government. Exactly. Couldn't be government corruption or anything. Definitely is. 100% is. All right, so let's see. Let's check out our quest book, which is our case book. Right now, we are doing more of mother stuff. So we haven't gotten a new murder mystery, but we're trying to solve more of our mother stuff. So, John remembered that we had a hidden treasure somewhere in our room, and he dares me to find it. I still haven't found the hidden treasure. Dusty wooden handle with an intricate cross-shaped end that looks like a key. Wooden handle. I don't remember that either. Fractured memory. I caught a glimpse of another memory. This is the thing that we're going to be investigating. But let me see if I can find the hidden treasure somewhere in our room. I want to say I've looked for it like 3 or 4 times, but I still can't find it. But if I pin it, maybe I will find it. Where the heck am I? Why am I all the way out here on the end of the street? Let me get inside my house first and foremost. Yeah, this is Mycroft's dude, isn't he?
Do exercise some restraint, Mr. Holmes. Find the whos and we'll handle the whys.
The whys. Yeah, this is the statue I got gifted from the artist. And it spawned memories in me, so I'm trying to figure out what those memories are. But first and foremost, I want to see if I can solve John's bullshit. Because John pisses me off sometimes, and he's just my imaginary friend. Who's wearing an ice cream man costume. Lounging on my bed. Alright, let's see. Hidden treasure.
One of your early sketches of me. And a rather unflattering one at that. Just look at my nose.
Who's your backup romance in Coral Island? So, it's a tie for me between Theo and Suki. I like both of them.
Oh, these must be the notes of my earliest observations. We wanted to locate a particular dog we'd spotted, and we met it, didn't we?
They're both at one heart, one singular heart right now. Because that's how much I focused on romance. Not very much.
Coal dust from Miner's End, sandy dirt from the old city. We scoured the island top to bottom for these soil samples.
I know I've gone through all this stuff before, but I'm making sure.
I will need a proper outfit to match this.
Wait, do I need to put on an outfit? Do I actually need to put on an outfit? Is that the hidden secret? I'm at 5 hearts with Kenny, and I don't know how. I've barely talked to him. I don't know. Maybe just talking to him when you see him.
I almost miss its elegant simplicity.
Unless you've been gifting him items. I'm too early on into the game to have like items that everybody loves, so it's literally just flowers. Okay, I've already discovered everything here. I already looked at that. I've already discovered everything here. Well, what the heck do you want me to find here, John? It's in our room.
Need to repeat this one day, but with bullets.
Ah! Okay, so I do need to get a costume on. Alright, what kind of costume do you want? What do you want to wear? What makes you feel like you could shoot a gun? A police officer?
I will need a proper
Oh, come on. Surely that was good. Don't police officers shoot their shit all the time?
I will need
Oh,
a
come
proper
on.
outfit.
Let's see. What else you got that makes you feel like you want to shoot stuff? No, he's going to be in his ostentatious outfit. Too real, Kaito. Yeah. Let me see. I'm just going to look it up real quick. Sherlock Holmes, Chapter 1, Hidden Item in Room. Start by interacting with the room. It doesn't look like a regular door handle. This is a starter clue. You'll need to find where this thing goes. You will find that the wardrobe is missing a handle. And then use my detective sight to find it. And that's when I can... Okay.
To match this.
Come on. Is it not this wardrobe? I'm just wearing a police uniform for no fucking reason. What are all these cobwebs under here?
One of your early
Okay, no,
sketches
no.
of me.
I know.
And a rather unflattering one at that.
Maybe I can't
Just
find
look
it.
at my nose.
Maybe I'm just not going to be able to find it. Oh no, it's this thing right here. I see it. I see it right there. But I'm not quite there yet. Okay, what does it want me to do before this? On top of a table, you see a sort of door handle that Sherlock will interact with and speak about how it doesn't look like a regular door handle. This is the start of the clue, but I need to have it pinned. Okay, so I found that earlier. Yeah, so right here. Suitable opening, cross-shaped. Here we go. Suck it, John. Suck it, John.
My small archive of crime clippings. Maybe I should pick up this habit again.
I mean, I kind of already am, so.
Still has a faint odor of tobacco. One of the few things on this island that smell like
Wait,
crime.
did I actually smoke when I was a child?
Made of cherry wood. Father's favorite.
Or did I just steal this from our dad? The pipe of Sherlock Holmes, a small, straight smoking pipe made of cherry wood that belonged to Sherry's late father, Sherlock Holmes. Hey, June. Hey, nerd. Hey, fellow nerd. How are you doing? Let me give you a shout out. I can type. There you are. Welcome
I knew
in.
you'd find it.
Damn it.
We have
Skipped
4
it.
seats. We have 4
Skipped
seats
it.
and then 1 sphincter brinkter for a timeout chair.
Skipped it. Nope, wrong thing. There we go. I want to read
You
that. What
have
was
to
that?
sit on it if you.
I already solved that. Why is that still pinned? Did that. I found the item and won the game. What is the item? Here we go. Okay. It belonged to Sherry's late father, Sigurd Holmes. We had to hide it from Violet as she didn't know we stole it from his cabinet in London. The wood is old, its surface is worn from frequent use, and it has been well maintained. A faint scent of tobacco lingers. Sherlock has his father's pipe with him. I sense it carries considerable sentimental value. All right, so we got that one done. This is our main mystery that we have to solve right now. Don't shoot me. How rude. How rude. So we need to find the painting. It's near the ground floor, near a memorable painting. These double doors. Okay. I'm going to stop being dressed like a cop for absolutely no reason. For literally no reason at all. Just because I felt like it, because apparently that's all I could do with it. Thought surely if I was dressed like a cop, I could shoot things. That looks like a memorable painting. It used to be double doors, but it must be this one. Wood, straight, smooth.
I remember returning home with a pair of perfect sticks. We
Perfect
wanted to turn them
sticks.
into training swords.
Oh, that's right.
That's
We
definitely
stood there,
kids.
frozen, staring at something huge in the main hall.
Holds in comment. What comment are you trying to make here, Sasha? Pervert? The hell is this? Female fishtail
It
mysterious.
was a giant aquarium with a living mermaid in it.
Impossible. It must have been something else.
It was that statue, wasn't it? Dry skeleton rock.
Oh, of course. That mortifying hoax
Yep.
presently taking up space in our front yard.
What? No.
Well,
What do you?
Your memory's better
What
than
was
mine.
your joke?
But I'm
Don't hold
sure we
in the
started
comment.
examining it immediately. And someone else was around too.
It was doesn't stop them when you say just because I'm dressed like a cop doesn't mean I can shoot. Oh, it was doesn't stop them. That's true. That's true. That's accurate. What is this? Female,
It was
a
my
family
mother.
member, female.
She asked what I thought of the artifact.
It's terrible.
You were really concentrating and holding something in your hand.
Tool. Ah, I was inspecting it.
I inspected it with a magnifying glass and was able to confirm it was made of 2 different skeletons. The mermaid was a fake.
And so it was time to smash the thing. Your mother took a
No,
hammer and-
John.
Slow down, John. That's not how it happened. I remember other people joined us.
Probably Mycroft.
The
No?
workers took the artifact and placed it into the cabinet of curiosities. It became part of Mother's collection of fakes.
Ah.
She always said that the truth lies in the details. This mermaid helped me to learn that.
So it's one of the curiosities that we were missing out on. The ones that we're needing to track down.
Ah, yes. My mother's studio. She was an authenticator, and this was her cabinet of curiosities.
I never saw the point. What does it matter if some artifact is real or not? It still exists.
I don't know. It's fun.
Mother said this was among the hunting trophies of a Scottish Viscount.
So he tried to
What
persuade
is it
everyone
supposed
that
to
his
be?
forest was inhabited by these beasts. It would have been thrilling if it were actually true.
So just a deer with fangs. Is that? It gives me Bunicula vibes, but deer version. There's probably an actual name for that, like in lore in general, but I just don't know what the hell it is.
The full plate armor of Sir Robert Swanford. I was told my father won it in a wager.
Have no idea who
Armor
that
is
is,
armor,
but
Look
congratulations.
at his sword. Oh, how badly I wanted to wield the blade. Maybe you take it instead of your pistol.
Yeah, I don't think that would go too well for me, John. Okay, let's look over here first. Otto Richter's personal notes. Mrs. Holmes is a patient of considerable interest. So if I remember right, he is her doctor. and an ideal test subject to explore some of my theories. I will attempt to repeatedly immerse her in the traumatic situation that precipitated her mental illness. Yeah, that clearly went very well for you. It is my belief that reliving the moment may give her mind a chance to embrace what happened, accept it, and effectively cure itself. I'm confident in my hypothesis and merely need to prove it. In addition, it's fortuitous to be around the broader Holmes family. Perhaps I will be able to examine the hereditary psychological traits, be they competencies or disorders. It is... Okay, that didn't finish it. I'm gonna have to go in there and pull it out again. It is already apparent that all family members share an uncommonly high intelligence. It appears that the mother's condition has begun to affect the mind of the youngest boy, Sherlock. While I cannot conduct a proper medical examination due to the protectiveness of the elder son, oh, he's protecting me. It seems that the boy suffers from ongoing hallucinations in the form of an imaginary friend, John. Yeah, no shit. Now that the Cabinet of Curiosity is open, I can proceed with my investigations. Alright. I want to see what else is in here. Anything else in this little box here? Ooh, there is. Letter from Otto's brother. My dear brother, I have heard you recently arrived on Cordona. Have you come to see me? I do miss our evening conversations, even if we never agreed in our opinions. Cordona is home to a stunning new art gallery, which I visit every Thursday. Meet me there. Oh, and do not seek Klaus. I left that name behind. Okay, Klaus. I'll probably need to know that for the future. A torn diploma. A torn diploma found in the Cabinet of Curiosities. Someone deliberately ripped it into several pieces. Reassembled and translated, the diploma reads, on behalf of the board of the University of Geneva, Switzerland, we rectors of the university, noting that Mr. Otto Richter has undergone the tests required by the laws and regulations, confer on him the degree of Doctor of Medicine with the rights and prerogatives so attached.
Clearly, it was deliberately torn. I wonder why someone would do that.
Probably, I'm going to say it's probably going to be Mycroft who did it. The Tulpa, Studies in Tibetan Mentalism.
The Tulpa, Studies in Tibetan Mentalism.
Of course, he says it way better than I do, but, you know.
An impressive number of bookmarks. Someone was rather obsessed with this subject.
Ah, probably Otto. Okay, there we go. It's like, it's not gonna let me leave. That is everything on the desk. What is this
and
here?
This one was brought from a German museum.
Ah,
It
Viking
claimed
habit.
It belonged to Vikings. Nonsense, of course. Vikings never had horns on their helmets.
Oh, I hate the fact that now I know that. I'm gonna have to tell Atlas next time we play.
The so-called mummy of a Persian princess. The defrauders did good work, but missed one small detail.
Oh,
It's
God.
the mummy of a man.
It's the mummy of a man. Yeah, it's a Persian princess. I was about to say.
An
It's
archaeological
same.
find should be here. It's far better than beneath the old city wall.
I wonder how realistic that is. I'm gonna have to look that up before I crush his dreams. I mean, it could be Nordic, maybe. Maybe it's not Viking, but Nordic. Dear God.
Look, it's Roger. This jolly old man's well preserved. Even looks refreshed.
I doubt he drew much interest at the auction.
That's for the best. I'd be upset if he fell into the wrong hands.
Is he just a fake giant, I assume? He's not actually a giant? 1852 Bingley, West Yorkshire.
This photo caused a lot of fuss. My mother spent some time to prove it was a fake.
I mean, it pretty much looks like CGI, so it's pretty obvious. But, I mean, not CGI back in the day, but whatever the heck they call it. Tarot cards?
So many calling cards. Mycroft liked to keep useful people at hand.
Calling cards. Oh, so like an address book. Letter from the judge. Dear Mr. Holmes, please accept my deepest gratitude for your recent help with that personal matter. I shudder to think what may have happened were it not for your keen eye and sharp mind. Rest assured, should our paths ever cross again, you will be you will be greeted by a grateful friend, His Honor Judge McDougal. Okay, I'm gonna guess that was Mycroft. Officer Luciano Di Placido, reliable and driven.
Reliable and driven. I recognize Mycroft's handwriting.
I wonder what he does. He's a police officer.
Luciano J. Placido.
Police officer. Well, that's helpful. I thought I investigated this, but apparently not. Cordona.
Dated 24th of April, 1869.
And what is inside?
Carefully opened.
Mr. Mycroft Holmes. Of course it's Mycroft. The Cordona City Hall writes to inform you that the trial of Dr. Otto Richter and the death of Mrs. Violet Holmes has been assigned to His Honor, Judge McDougal. Your application for a closed hearing has been granted. You are hereby informed that the prosecution has called you as a primary witness in the trial of Dr. Richter. You must present yourself at the Criminal Court of Cordona on the dates listed overleaf. So yeah, Mycroft knew he was a part of the trial and all that.
This drawer was always closed. Only Mycroft knew how to open it.
Sounds like it looks like it needs a
break
key.
It open and spy on him, but alas, had no success. Maybe today's the day. Oh, Sherry.
I'm starting to remember something.
Okay. Well, let me pin that, but I want to explore everything else as well.
Oh, I remember these. We used them to spar together until Mycroft found out and forbade us from using real weapons.
So you sparred with yourself, pretty much. What is this? Cozy blanket.
I remember this cozy blanket. It was perfect for...
Wigwam! Oh, that was a joy to build them. Imagining ourselves as wayfarers on the other side of the world.
Wigwam? What the hell's a wigwam? And a
One of the most
bear.
ridiculous fakes I ever saw. Its owner insisted it was a polar bear. He thought the white paint on the brown fur was noticeable.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. That one's good. That one's a good fake. Ah, there looks like something's there's inside.
Another fake Holy Grail. Its owner claimed to be the heir of King Arthur. Scarcely believable. He also insisted a deadly rabbit was hunting him.
Ah, the Holy Grail. Ah, I recognize that reference. Watkinson and Holman, Chapter 1. Oh. Ah, this is a play on them.
Wallace Diorum.
Oh, Mycroft. He always acts so serious, but then reads tripe like this.
John, if I remember correctly, you couldn't put this book down.
I wonder why. I wonder why. Alright, what does it want me to do with the keyhole? Early morning footsteps.
Ah, the memory comes back. We snuck about watching him.
Okay, so now I need to track his...
He closed the drawer and went to the hall. We were like two shadows crawling behind him.
Went to the hall. Both go up. And both go left. Landscape tilted.
The painting on the wall was slightly at tilt. He stopped and straightened it.
Should I do that? Oh, there is no painting. Well, that doesn't help. Log, fire, crackle.
Then he threw some logs into the fire and sat in his armchair to read.
Which is what, yep, he's
It's
doing
as
right
boring
now.
as it was then. I'm sorry, Sherry, but I think that's it.
Wait, John, we never use the fireplace in the mornings. What if...
It's inside the fireplace? Oh, imagine that. What is this?
A bit of juniper in the fireplace created a soothing atmosphere.
Oh.
It's the little things, isn't it?
Ah, there it is.
I think this is what we're looking for.
A tiny key. Why did he hide it in the fireplace of all places? I guess if your brother's as smart as Sherlock, you probably find the weirdest places to hide shit.
We made it. So what's there?
I don't know, John. Let me look.
Dossiers on the most influential people on Cordona. Mycroft always had a habit of building files on everyone he met.
Which makes sense for Mycroft. Royal Loch Nagnar? Old Scotch whiskey aged 10 years.
Single malt whiskey. Mycroft's favorite.
I didn't know Mycroft was that much older than him.
Single malt whiskey. Mycroft's favorite.
Okay. Okay. I get it. What is underneath, though? Otto Richter. It's his file on him.
Otto Richter.
Richter. I can't. I always
one is
misspell
rather
it.
thick.
Or mispronounce it.
Mycroft can be truly dogged in his research.
Otto Richter, not Richter, is 45 years old, born to a respected family in Bern, Switzerland. Unmarried, no heirs. Medical practitioner, graduated from the University of Geneva, Switzerland. Graduation was postponed a year due to a minor scandal on one of his placements. Parents died of cholera in 1863. Only remaining family is a half-brother, Klaus, age 35. Present whereabouts of Klaus Richter, unknown, last seen on Cordona, which is accurate. So I missed something on the bottle. What did I miss?
Single malt whiskey.
I know that.
Mycroft's favorite.
But what did I miss? Because it says that I missed something on the bottle.
Single malt whiskey.
Okay.
Mycroft's favorite.
Other side?
Gifted by Queen
Ah!
Victoria herself.
There we go. Half a bottle of wine, a fine single malt whiskey. Mycroft's favorite drink. We found it in locked drawer in the drawer of the desk in the curiosity cabinet among a pile of important documents. Remarkably, it seems to be the whiskey that was a gift of Her Majesty Queen Victoria herself. All right, that was it. So now, what is the next thing? What does John have to say about shit? One day, Sherry and I returned to the manor in an excited buzz. Kaito, I want Taco Bell. Go get yourself some Taco Bell. I'm sure it's still open. You might as well. It's delicious. You gotta treat yourself. We found 2 perfect sticks with which to practice sword fighting. It was a good start to the day, but things improved further upon our discovery of a giant delivery in the middle of the main hall. I don't want to leave. I mean, you could, Uber Eats it or something like that if you wanted to. After opening, we discovered it was a mermaid skeleton that Mrs. Holmes was to authenticate. She was in a good mood and asked Sherry what Sherry thought about it. I cannot talk tonight. His answer came fast and confident. It was, of course, a fake. His mother was pleased, and in that moment, I swear you could see the happiness radiating off of Sherry. Eventually, the mermaid took its place among the cabinet of curiosities, among Violet's collection of other fakes and forgeries. And there's the wine as well. I should probably pin this. If it's red, I imagine, that there's something there. Old ladder, last shelf.
I used this ladder to look at the top shelf, right?
I like the
On
way
the
you
day of
think.
Mother's breakdown upstairs.
That way you don't have to leave
Right
it
you are,
all.
Sherry.
They can even leave it at the doorstep if you want them to. Large artifact, poor view.
We heard a noise. I can't recall of exactly what. And we didn't have a great view from behind the statue.
She fall or something? She get pushed? Ah, books. Books fell over, didn't they? Unstable position.
Books and
Yep.
papers from the table somehow ended up on the floor. Now it's coming to the surface. I feel it.
Ah, I need to go put it together. So, as John, What else we got here? We are clearly using the ladder. We didn't have a good view. No. And something happened here. That would make sense. That would make sense.
You're not even trying,
Okay.
Sherry.
Shut up.
Concentrate.
You shut up. Shut up, John. I'm 900% sure that didn't happen. Alright, so maybe it wasn't this. What would you be doing here? I don't even know what the heck that is. Maybe that's when he yelled at us. Okay, let me try that. Because he yelled at us for playing with him.
You're not even trying,
You son of a
Sherry.
bitch. Okay, fine.
Concentrate.
Fine, I'm going to try the other version. Try it. Oh, no, I already did this one. I already tried this one. So, switch this one. Try this one. Okay.
Come on, Sherry.
So the ladder had
Let's
nothing
go
to do with it.
outside. Wait. Did you hear that? Come here, Sherry.
You call this progress? Charlatan, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
So there was a quarrel between them.
It all happened shortly after the incident in Violet's room on April 9th. Sherry decided to play with the artifacts in the Cabinet of Curiosities, and of course I went with him. As a result, we became unintentional witnesses to an argument between Mycroft and Otto Richter. Sherlock's brother was angry. He was sure that Dr. Richter had done something dubious to their mother, and that it had backfired. He called Otto a charlatan. Not very private talk, a curious
I heard a noise
conversation.
in the hall. Let's check it out.
Yeah, that was probably Mycroft, is gonna be my guess. Let me get rid of these notifications. See if I can connect anything in the Mind Palace. Suspicious psychiatrist. Mycroft did not like the methods of Dr. Otto Richter and did not trust him. Alright. What else we got? Yeah, I didn't think that any of these had anything to do with each other, but I had to, you know, make sure. Cross them off the list. And let me get this pinned. Who the hell?
Sherry, look. We've got a parcel here. Hurry up and let's see what's inside.
That's odd. They just leave it inside. Ah, invitation from Vogel. Dear Mr. Holmes, I was waiting for you at Kurt Menchois' mansion on Turquoise Lane across... Oh, I am waiting for you at Kurt Menchois' mansion on Turquoise Lane across from Cordona Abbey in northern Grand Surrey. Come at once if inconvenient. Come anyway. Always your friend, VV. P.S. I sent you the appropriate outfit for this place to avoid any unnecessary complications. I hope it fits.
An invitation that comes with a mask. We can't miss this, Sherry.
Sacrificial lamb, new case. Oh boy. Oh great. All right, what do we got here? Oh yay. Yep, we're gonna be the life of the party here. Literally, with John looking like that. All right, so let me find where it was. It was rest in peace. Apparently so. Turquoise Lane. Let me place on map so that way it shows up. It's northern Grand Surrey. So this is Grand Surrey. And it's Turquoise Lane. Turquoise. This isn't Grand Surrey. Okay. Turquoise Lane. Across from Cordona Abbey. So right over here. It's like this building right here. So we'll place it right here. And we'll compass mark it. And then we'll get out of here. And people who are outside are going to judge me very harshly and wonder what the hell I'm doing with my life. It looks absolutely terrible. Let me pose next to the statue for thumbnails. Okay, and then hold on one more second. Let me unpin this so I have nothing there. There we go. Now we've got our thumbnail. All right. I guess I just teleport down here. Nothing's really closer. Sherlock, but just first, let me just take a selfie. Exactly.
Extra, extra! A very British scandal. The British envoy has defiled a refugee woman. Proof supplied by the gallery. Interested in some Cordona news?
Yes, gimme. This is my
Check the
last
front
case.
page. You won't regret it.
This is my last case. I want to see it. What connects vandalism in an art gallery, the murder of a prominent local artist, Boniface Mercurio, secret gatherings in the dead of night, and the British envoy, a painting? As gallery owner Werner Vogel explains, one of Mercurio's salacious works featured a devil that resembles a British envoy. That's what I was going to say. Photographic evidence recently emerged proving that the similarity was no coincidence and that diplomat had defiled a refugee woman. The British envoy, seemingly with no limit to his indecency, sought to conceal the truth of his actions by any means necessary. Truly, no punishment would go too far, but what good would it do for the homeless pregnant refugee who suffered the most? What good would it do? That she finally feels a sense of justice and that, somebody's finally getting punished for the shit that they do. How dare you say that about me? Excuse me while the strange mime nun runs through your streets. Nobody's questioning anything as this is coming running at him. Screenshot it, damn it. Okay. That worked. That worked. Just dead sprinting in the middle of the night. I'm sorry, I'd be terrified if I saw this. Legit terrified. Ah, what the hell is this?
Welcome to the Manchus Mansion.
Oh, Manchus. Manchus. Why am I dressed up like a nun? Apparently everybody is, though. It's fucking weird. To be fair, would you be like, sir, do you have a moment to answer some questions? No. I'd be calling the police or something, going, there's a demonic sacrifice going on down the street or something.
Welcome, sir. I do hope you enjoy yourself.
I hope I don't. Wearing this, this is not a good look on me. It's because it's Halloween. I would be very surprised. I would be extremely surprised. Give me 1 second. I need to grab some water and take a quick break and use the restroom. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hi. I'm back. Sorry about that. I just realized that my water bottle was empty, even though I had just taken a break not too long ago. Well, I mean, right as I was starting stream or whatever.
Enjoy the evening, sir. There is still plenty of time before the grand finale.
Grand finale? Okay. Apparently people are half naked, guys. So, reminder, it's 18 plus. I don't know if it's going to get more saucy than this, but if you're not 18 and up, you need to exit stage right. Yep. Exit stage right if you need to, please. I was not expecting this kind of vibe. When I thought, you know, I'm wearing a nun costume, I should have realized it might go this way, but, you know, I was just thinking demons. I might make a pin.
What if I write an article about these people here? Can you help me gather information about Cordona's elite?
Okay, I feel like I'm hearing moans, and I don't know if that's my... I don't know if I'm hallucinating that. 18 plus reminder. Sus area ahead. Oh, God. All right, here we go. Vernal Vogel invites me to his mansion, so I need to find him. What the hell are you doing, John?
My goodness, Sherlock. They made a blood fountain.
No, John, it's definitely not blood, just wine.
A wine fountain. I'm gonna go over here where I don't see people, and I'm not gonna look at the paintings. No looking at the paintings.
Sherlock, friend. I wasn't sure you'd come.
What does that sound? I don't know. I was trying to ignore it, Sasha. I don't know.
Berna, I see you are not yourself.
The more time you spend here in Cordona, the more I feel it my duty to bring you into our world and show you all we have to offer.
And what is on offer today?
Pleasure, indulgence, relief, and relaxation. You've
Thankfully,
earned
the
some time for
paintings in
yourself,
this
have you
room
not?
are fine.
Oh,
I spoke too soon.
Nonsense. I refuse to believe there is anyone permitted to know Sherlock Holmes.
Huh. You may be right.
Then free yourself from inhibition and expectation. The night is young, and so are the guests. You should try
Oh,
to enjoy
God.
both. It's
Oh,
not
God.
healthy for handsome men to spend every night alone, and certainly not in a house filled with such melancholic memories.
This
I must
is in
admit,
Baldur's
my
Gate.
travels have proven more taxing than expected. I'm less confident in my life and myself. Time of relaxation seems a distant dream.
So can I tempt you with
Oh, no,
physical aid
no,
to your moral
no,
consolations?
no.
There's wine, of course. Something to smoke. Or perhaps an artificial
Just give me
paradox.
wine and let me go
Yes,
home.
something more spiritual. A potentiator to sharpen the mind. A 7%
Oh,
solution
no.
of, well, that'd be telling. But you must try it.
I'm back from ads. So he offered me a night of pleasure in all the ways that you would expect. So I'm gonna go see the baby. Be right back. Yeah, no problem. Let me see if there's another. Okay, so this tag doesn't really seem right. Oh, did you say yes? This is my answer. Is using a drug of some sort. So now I'm like, should I add a drug tag to my stream? Drugs, intoxication, or excessive heavy tobacco use. I mean, I'm not glorification or promotion of it, but it is in the game. Like, do I need to put it discussion of illegal drugs? I probably should. Okay, I'm just adding the tag. If you get a new notification, it's because of the section. It's the game, not me. That would be reckless.
My mind is my most valuable asset and a finely tuned instrument. I
Yeah,
will risk
just
impeding
cover my
its function.
bases.
My ultimate duty is to provide the world
You
with
should say
truth, and I do
yes.
that perfectly
You
well,
know, if I
Sis.
weren't on
Duty?
Twitch, you know.
Cared about that before.
Of course I do. Exposing a lie, revealing a fact, that is a moral responsibility.
I mean, if I were in Baldur's Gate
That's
and
not
not
morality.
streaming, I'd do a
Morals are
quick
what
save,
happens
and then I would
afterwards when
do
truth
the thing that's
collides with
immorally
consequence.
wrong.
Do you ever follow up
And then
on
reload.
cases you solved? Do you ever see what happened next? Visit the victims? Ensure justice is served in the courts? And how do you choose where to direct your attention? Are there not deserving
Ironic that you
causes to
asked
which
that
your
after I
brilliance
literally
could
just
be
read the
applied,
newspaper
but
article
isn't?
to see how my
You
victim
ascribe
was
me
doing.
more power than I possess. I have a narrow skill set and work within that mandate. What occurs afterward is irrelevant.
With every action or inaction, you place a finger on the scales of morality. Many in the city would see you as abdicating.
I'm sorry, excuse me?
I haven't.
Not
I'm doing
me,
the
of
opposite, you
course.
asshole.
Morality is subjective, just like truth. There is little to be gained from indulging in it, and far better things to indulge in. Now I must insist on easing any burdens I've placed upon
I'll
your
explain in
shoulders.
1 second. Hold on.
Show yourself a kindness, and try this rather delectable concoction.
Okay, so now let me explain, because every single mystery I've had to solve, I've had to make a choice on who the actual bad person is. The last one, I had to choose to accept letting a molester go if he promises to take care of refugees, or prosecuting him anyways and possibly doing damage to the victim. I'm like, well, the victim deserves justice, and this guy doesn't deserve to get away with it, regardless. So I chose to go ahead and take him to court, etc. So now he's like acting as if I'm a bad person for not saving the refugee or some shit like that. I don't know. Either way, they would have done this anyways, and they would have made me look like a bad person, because I think that's the point. Because he's trying to convince me to, try a little something. I won't need it.
I am perfectly capable of coping with myself without medical assistance.
Then I shall press you on it no further. But please do not refuse my gift.
Oh,
Take
come
it
on.
with you as a souvenir of this special night.
I mean, I'll take
Souvenir
it
of what,
because
exactly?
you're probably going to murder somebody with it.
All right, if only to put the matter to bed.
And now, our evening begins in earnest.
Or he's going to frame me for
I just
something.
remembered. I'm sorry, Sherlock. My mind's delightfully
He's
impaired.
definitely going to frame
Please
me
take
with
this
something.
key. It opens the altar room.
Oh, yeah, he's going to
past
frame
the
me. I see
library.
blood on that
Pardon?
key.
Altar room.
Welcome back, Akari.
What now, Werner?
Go
He is
quickly
gonna
and
frame
find
me,
our
guys.
Fabio. Only you can make him talk. I'll join you in a minute.
He's going to frame me. This key has blood on it, and I'm going to open this room, and it's going to be freaking actual sacrifice room. Did I not grab the key? I guess I already did. Let me see. Yeah, I already have it. Okay. I need to talk to Fabio in the altar room, which sounds terrible. We're just going to run past all these very sus rooms. Yep, we're not hearing the noises they're making. We're just running ahead and ignoring half of them. Oh, boy. Oh, I saw skin. Okay. It's a dude. And he's a dead dude. It's fantastic.
Oh my God. Was he here this whole time?
Oh my. I'm so ready. Well, at least it wasn't as sus as I was expecting. But I'm still going to leave the tag up because I'm going to have to run through there again. He's got a butterfly tattoo. With a K underneath. Covers the mark
This crude
slave
tattoo
branding.
partially covers as slave branding.
Okay. Got a contusion to the
A
head.
blunt-force trauma may have suffered an internal hemorrhage.
Clearly stabbed. I mean, that's pretty obvious. But what is this dagger? It's got a
This golden
dragon on
handle
it.
has a bloodstain on it. The dagger is heavy and sharp, but lacks balance.
Lacks balance. So it was used after the initial attack is going to be my guess.
This worm-like sigil has been drawn with his own blood.
So after he suffered the contusion, they stabbed him and then drew the
The
thing on
wound is
him.
deep. A precise strike reached the heart.
Is going to be my guess. The hell is he wearing? Can I look at his tootsies? Can I look at his tootsies? No? What am I examining here? I already looked at that. I already looked at that. Neck. Do this. Well, I see that on the wall. I very clearly see that on the wall, but that's not what it wants me to uncover. Alright, so I'm missing one yellow spot. Ah! See, I never would have found
The
that.
victim
Oh,
has
he was
clenched the
clenching.
fabric so firmly in his fist that it's nigh impossible to remove it.
So...
Right here.
Yeah, he died here. Trying to think about this using my brain here. So he got hit in the head and he got moved here. He was probably unable to move, and that's why he clenched. So I don't know if they strapped him down, held him down, and then they stabbed him and then drew the signal on his chest. What is this?
The sign reminds me of the astrological symbol for Mars.
Mars, huh? Pourquoi? I'm sorry. What the hell are you doing here?
Werner, care to explain what is going
What
on?
the hell are you
On
doing?
nights like these, it's not unusual for some attendees to get a little exuberant. It's part of the appeal. Unfortunately, it appears things have gotten out of hand. Yes, some are more prone to bend the rules. of
Bend the
morality.
rules of
That's
morality.
murder.
A
I doubt
little,
there's anything left to bend.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did you not tell me immediately? We were chatting about trivial matters for some time.
If I'm
Exactly.
completely honest, Sherlock, I've consumed a rather potent cocktail of substances. My
Excuses.
attention slips and drifts.
How
But
does
I'm
this
glad I
slip?
thought to call for you.
You sent me a disguise.
Oh dear, did I? Well, since I found the body, Mr. Manchios has agreed that you can investigate the matter.
Oh, good
I
God.
promise my mind will behave itself going forward.
All right. Pull yourself together, Werner.
About nights like
What
these.
is it about these nights that you were so eager to share with me?
Well, they're not always in the evenings, but they are in the shadows. People gather to test their boundaries in a safe and consensual
Oh, God.
atmosphere, often with more stains than your typical crime scene. But that is the point. Who are we to judge?
Not interested
suppose
in
that's fair.
Werner.
What about today, then? Was anything different?
Well, I was invited as a special guest. It was supposed to be a time of both divine and carnal pleasures. A scratch for every unconventional itch.
I imagine you're reeling from your shattered expectations.
On the contrary,
He's
it's
laying it
still
on.
spectacle,
OMG.
stimulation,
Yeah.
and release.
Yeah, oh,
merely
yeah.
in a different form. I like to let life entertain me.
Or death.
He's an art collector, so he's really laying it on.
Mr. Manchios is the owner of the manor, yes?
And the host of Cordona's most memorable parties. He promises even the ugliest guest a partner for the night. And
Ow.
for the ones with more
Poor person.
unconventional tastes, Mr. Manchios provides other services.
What a caring person.
Oh, God.
You cannot begin to imagine.
And he invited me because he thought I was lonely. Oh, God.
How did you discover the body? In between guzzles of alcohol?
I was set to perform in a fecundity rite with Fabio.
I don't want to
Came
know what that
inquire
is.
Further. It was a staged ritual where he was to play the principle of life.
And the rehearsal was unsuccessful?
Huh. Who knows? I found him alone on the altar, his blood dripping to the floor.
And then?
Then I called Mr. Manchios. He was panicking, so I told him about you. We left the room and locked the door. Then, we were
Filling time?
waiting for you was stressful. We indulged in some simple comforts. Overindulged, perhaps.
Do you know the victim?
Were you well acquainted with Fabio, the victim?
Everyone knew Fabio, or wanted to. His beauty was the talk of the island. Too handsome to go unnoticed. He was magnetic. Fat wallets fought for the privilege of having him. He offered the pleasures of performance, and more.
Oh, God. Was the room open? The police know nothing. The police know
The
nothing.
police remain unaware of this tragic event?
Some of them may be hiding behind their masks. They conceal many things. But we didn't want the authorities to create more problems. Besides, after a few cocktails, their incompetence will have soared to new heights.
How do you know I even want the case?
I promised you relaxation. If there's one thing I know about you, Sherlock, it's that nothing soothes you more than a good mystery.
What I want to know, Werner, is why so many murders are happening around you. You're getting suspicious.
What about the fertility ritual? There was something about Fabio being a principle of life.
Fabio was supposed to portray the beauty of life's origin. Flowers, oil, not this travesty that seems straight out of the Inquisition.
So this ritual is not the fertility rite. What was it meant to look like?
It begins with a woman lying naked in a flower bed on the altar.
Okay, so
She
it's sorted
represents
there.
Gaia, the earth. As I cover her in oils, we chant for the principle. As our calls reach a climax, Fabio enters and copulates with her. After he finishes, I stab her with a dagger. That part's just pretend.
Sure it is.
The intercourse is not?
I did not expect you to be such a prude. Are you a virgin? It is nothing to be ashamed of, but it would explain the color of your cheeks.
What color are my cheeks? I'm wearing a mask.
Start of our festivities. The principle of life is beautiful, intimate, essential. It must not be stopped.
Yet it appears that someone did stop it. What about the naked woman? Can you tell me anything about her?
Oh yes, Matista. She's one of Fabio's compatriots and a performer too. I haven't seen her today, actually.
She was supposed to be here, so what do you mean you haven't seen her?
When you discovered the body, was the door open?
No, it was locked. Oh, that reminds me.
Oh, another locked
It's a
room
minor
mystery.
detail, but the first time I came to speak to Fabio, I left without entering, having been unable to open the door.
You didn't have the key?
No, I had it. Don't look at me like that. I was mostly sober. I suspect there was a key in the other side of the door, blocking the lock.
That detail may very well be major, Werner. Well
Interesting.
done. So you returned later, only to find the lock was not blocked?
Correct. After an hour had passed,
It was an hour, okay.
I tried again and was able to unlock the door. That's when I discovered poor, handsome Fabio.
That gives plenty of time for something to happen. Alright, what's over here? First, let's look at this.
The herbs here are Salvia divinorum. They have a slight hallucinogenic effect to emphasize the ceremony. This elaborate box must be for the ritual dagger.
Well, the ritual dagger is not a fake, because clearly we
This
saw
oil
it,
has
so...
a slight aroma of flowers and olive. This oil has a slight aroma of flowers and olive.
So I don't know what he means by it was just supposed to be a fake stab. Like, what were they expecting to do to fake a stab? It's over here, though. Oh, there's a door over here. Of course there is. Anything over here of interest? Let me check over here first. I see blood. Secrets. Where are the secrets? Cigars?
Enough cigars to burn down the entire mansion.
A lit one, too. Ah, blood.
An open wound spoiled the carpet.
So somebody was sitting here drinking some wine.
Blood. A sturdy bottle met a not-so-sturdy human. It didn't break only because it was unopened.
So there was an altercation here. Probably between her and him before the whole thing was supposed to happen. And then she dragged him over, maybe.
Why don't people tidy up after themselves?
That was literally your only comment, Sherlock. Okay. Alright, so there's that. Anything in the other room? Any other blood? Huge ass pile of pillows. Any comments about this blood here? Alright, I'm gonna go to this door right here. Dressing room. Okay. Okay, there could be some shit in here. For my Fabio.
Handcrafted and luxurious cufflinks. There's also a note.
Mancha.
For my Fabio. Manchos.
Manchos. I'll have to remember that. Because like cufflings. Different masks.
Would you recognize me in one of these? I suppose not.
Oh, shut up, John. Brushes for makeup. Anything hidden?
A useful tool for a disguise arsenal.
Okay, but that's not helping me with what I need to do right here. Gold. More gold. That'd be the brushes or the key. Oh, it is the key. It's just a very small window. F. Room F?
The key is similar to the one that Vogel gave me. The key is similar to the one that Vogel gave me. The capital F on the key fob might refer to
Aha, there we
Fabio.
go. There we go. Alright, so I got a new clue. Let's see what the clue is. And I'm going to take this ridiculous mask off. I can't change clothes, damn it. Okay, Fabio was dead when I found him. Vogel was invited as a special guest. The door was locked the first time Vogel tried to enter the room to talk to Fabio. After an hour, Vogel attempted to open it again, and that time nothing blocked the keyhole from inside, so he was able to enter. According to Vogel, Fabio was a performer and an entertainer for the rich guests. Matista was Fabio's fellow artist, and she worked with him. Mr. Monchois is the owner of the mansion and organizer of the parties. Yes, there were droplets of blood on the carpet. A wine bottle stained with blood was lying on the floor. Probably need to go over there. So the key is actually opens the altar room. So this key was the one that blocked it, is going to be my guess. Fabio's key is still on the table, so it wasn't his key. Unless somebody ran all the way back. Okay. Fabio was killed in a ritual murder. Fabio was sacrificed on the altar during an occult ritual. I don't think so. I think he was hit in the head and probably died there
Props,
or something.
Decorations and tools for a more detailed set.
Wet handprint.
Identical to the robes the guests are wearing.
Mm-hmm. So it was her. She stole the outfit so she could blend in.
The pitcher is empty, but with puddles around it.
So it was used. It was used to clean up. They used to
Blood
clean
clots
up
are
blood,
adhered
so she
to
did
the
have the
sides of
key.
Drain.
Yep. So she hit him in the head with a wine bottle, put him on the altar, and tried to stage it as a ritual murder.
This is a different ritual.
Ritual scenario. I found a scenario of some sort of ritual with a remark written at the beginning. It says, read and rehearse this rite, Manchois. I assume that's how you pronounce it. I can't remember how to pronounce his name. The naked woman lies on the altar on a bed of flowers, symbolizing Mother Gaia. The one who leads the ritual oils the body of the woman to awaken her inner fertility. Participants should chant at this moment and call for the man who can please Mother Gaia. Then the man who will impersonate the principle of life may come to engage in sexual congress with her. I thought that was pretty much the same ritual as before. Thank you for the stretch. Yeah, thank you. Don't ignore the guests, Matista, and stop boring them. They don't want to hear about your stupidities. They want to feel how beautiful they are and how generous you can be towards them. You are here to please and celebrate life. Remember, each guest paid a great deal to be with you. Yeah, I'm feeling like she was probably him.
Accept such behavior?
I feel like it was probably her now. Now that we haven't seen her. Okay, so let's go back here. Oh, I thought that was a door for some reason. Okay, so let's see what we need to pin. We probably need to talk to him. One of the guests may have taken a robe from here. John asked me to look for information that he might use to write an article exposing the elite. Well, I don't know, John. You're not even real. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do here, John? Expose the elite? What about this whole entire scenario? The fact that they didn't immediately call the police, you don't think that that qualifies as exposing the elite? Oh.
Similar to the guests' robes, apart from the blood.
Ah. She put on the old wardrobe. Or the wardrobe of everybody here, then used that to do the death, cause the death, and then changed back into her costume and left. Alright, let me see what I can ask him about. Let me pin it. See if he knows anything about this.
You've got a lot to do, Sherlock.
Okay, shut the fuck up. He doesn't know anything about the cufflinks. Probably doesn't know anything about that. What about this?
You've got a lot to do,
Okay, shut the fuck
Sherlock.
up. Do I just need to look elsewhere? Is this place done? Is this place done and dusted? Doesn't seem like it is. Okay, what else do you want me to find then? Do I need to run through the rest of the area? German artist sobering up friendly. Ah, bloody handprint.
A person leaned against the doorframe. They left a smudged trail of blood.
Dozens of drops of
The
blood.
wounded person was here for a bloody handprint on an armchair. There appear to be no further traces leading to the altar.
So, Sherry, do you have any ideas about the case?
Aha.
Perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
Okay. She was wearing the uniform, or they were wearing the uniform before any of this happened. Oh, this is out. I don't want to go out yet. I want to go have her put on the uniform. This is her cleaning herself, yes. It clearly wasn't him. It was the puppet. It wasn't him. Puppet. No. You didn't have the wine bottle all the way over here. I didn't see any strangulation marks, though. Yep, so that was there. I'm going to say everything is everybody but him. Pretty much. So he's trying to run away? Yeah, no, this seems more realistic. Yeah, this seems more realistic. No, it wasn't a stab. It would have been a bigger wound. You hit him with a wine bottle. Then he stabbed him on the altar. Okay, this is everything, right? Yeah!
The bottle was used as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking lounge. Then, to ensure no one would interrupt, the murderer locked the door. The unconscious body of the victim was moved to the altar room. Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the blood. The wardrobe was used to hide the bloodied robe from anyone's eyes. The killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you all right? You're on the floor.
Yeah, about that.
I know what happened here.
About that. Let me explain why I was just sitting there on the floor by myself. Let's Fabio's killed in a ritual murder, or the ritual was a cover. The ritual was staged and it was a cover for true murder motive. We're gonna say it's a cover for now, but I want to uncover all the other clues. The murderer had a key to the altar room. The murderer was in possession of a key to the altar room and locked the door. It was clear the murderer had a key. If I find out who had a key to the altar room, I'll shrink the circle of suspects. Yep, okay.
I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed.
I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes,
yeah, it's pretty
he was
obvious.
stabbed, but only after being knocked out in the next room and placed here. I do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Why would I already know that?
It was one person working alone, and the murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be a benediction after all.
Okay, let me see what evidence. Let's see if you have any clue.
The murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Manchios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Sounds like I need to talk to him.
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his guests. He has a mask with golden stars. You can't miss him. But please be discreet. We don't want to risk disturbing the revelry.
Alright, so he clearly has nothing else to say to me, so let me just go back out into the main room. And ignore
Sherlock,
this.
Don't forget to find the information I need before the guests leave.
Oh, god damn it, John. Who the fuck cares about your frickin' journal?
Well-known and recent plays to keep up to
Alright, let's get John's shit taken care of.
date with the current trends. Codex Orchis. Why does this occult book sound like a flower? Codex.
Okay, so that was it.
Romantic poetry and prose. Someone's in touch with their feelings.
Maybe if I just go around talking to people.
Curtains do not guarantee privacy.
Come on,
Do
you
still need a
pervert.
crack, despite being ethereal.
Do not distract me. It's not easy to play blindfolded.
It's not easy to play blindfolded.
Kurt Manchios, I presume.
Oh, damn
I'm
it.
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, you must be the one Werner told me about. What a sweet voice you have. It must belong to a handsome young man.
Oh, God.
Can I call you Sherlock?
As you wish.
I'm already
Mr.
getting creep
Manchios.
vibes.
Mr. Vogel asked me to help you. The body in the altar room requires answers, and quickly. I suspect the murderer to still be here.
What?
Ugh, for real, though.
Your voice. I don't want anyone to hear us.
I need to find all those
Yeah,
who
who
had the key
had
to the
access?
altar room. As far as I know, Mr. Vogel, Fabio, and you had access to it. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Ah,
Also,
Matista.
Matista and Santos.
Santos. Who is that?
Santos Pinchetti, my major domo. In his opinion, at least.
What the hell is that?
I'd like to speak to Mr. Pinchetti and Matista. Do you have somewhere I might have a private conversation with them?
Of course, of course. Let me think. Matista is entertaining the guests somewhere, and Santos... Oh, yes. He will be busy with the servants. Or the cook. What's that noise? What's going on?
Sorry, John.
Freeze, filth. You're under arrest.
Oh, God. I knew this was going to happen. Now I'm going to get... Everybody's going to think I'm a pervert, too. I'm not a pervert. Oh, no. This is so dramatic. Listen, I can explain. I'm here solving a murder. I swear I wasn't the murderer. This is good screenshot territory, though. Yeah, here's me. It's not what it looks like. I'm not a pervert. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen.
Committed a crime, and now I have to free you, kiss your hand, and apologize for the inconvenience. Your Grace.
I did
Your
tell
Grace.
you that Mr. Vogel and I were innocent. I emphasized it in my statement.
Your statement? Thanks to some bigwigs who work for the so-called good of the country by releasing
I'm not a
fleas
flea, you
like
asshole.
Thank God we have Vogel in this letter. Once I get to that goldfish, I'll...
Bigwig. Oh, my wretched brother Mycroft and his long nose.
Wait, did you say Mycroft? Mycroft Holmes?
Yes. Kaito, you
Are
little
you the youngest
pervert.
son of
I was
Violet
just solving a
Holmes,
murder.
bless their soul?
You knew my mother.
You knew my mother?
Not personally, no. Not exactly. I was working on the paperwork for that case.
Would you happen to remember anything of the events?
Well, I didn't make the inquiry, but I remember seeing some notes. Why?
You must help me.
You must help me. It would mean a great deal to me if you could find any information about that day.
Huh. Got you hooked, right? You know what? Stark and the others think they're the smartest here, thanks to you. Let me get this straight.
Okay,
Are you
come on.
listening to me, lad?
I'm all ears.
Take this case. Report to me only, to Constable Harvey Oswald. I'll leave everything I have on this table.
All right.
Find the murderer.
I was already
Be a
planning on
little
doing
copper.
so.
Question the suspects, make them sing, give me something substantial.
And if Mr. Vogel is not a suspect?
If he's innocent, then you can take your favourite degenerate away from here. If you slip or mess with the evidence, then trust me, your brother won't save you from my bludgeon. Meanwhile, I'll be checking the archive for you. If anybody asks, then you're a consulting detective.
Let's
Hell
make a
yeah.
start then, partner.
Hell yeah. I'll take it.
We should have listened to the guests there. Now I have nothing to write about.
I was trying, okay? I was trying. It's the first challenge I've lost of yours, okay? Shut up. Report number 62-60. Following a report from a witness of the satanic ritual who claimed to have found a body. So, somebody reported it. The raid on the Manchois mansion was granted. It resulted in the arrest of multiple suspects and the dispersal of the groups in masks and robes caught in acts of gross indecency and unnatural behavior. The body, I'm going to go ahead and unpin that since we're out of there. Hold on. Unpin. And I'm going to remove the drugs alert because we're fine now. In gross indecency and unnatural behavior, the body of the victim was found lying on an altar with a knife wound in his chest. The officers identified the victim, Fabio, 20, a local performer and artist. Arrested suspects V. Vogel. V. Vogel had a letter of an insulting nature in his possession, which had been written by the victim. He claims to have found the body. He is infamous for his eccentric personality. S. Holmes carried a murder weapon. I guess I did carry it. A dagger with the victim's blood and other items of evidence. He was invited by another suspect, V. Vogel, presumably to obstruct the official investigation. Not to obstruct, damn it. K. Manchois, the owner of the mansion and organizer of the satanic party, paid the victim to participate in the ritual, had access to the crime scene. Matista, Fabio's partner and participant in the ritual, tried to escape, resisted arrest. Ah, interesting. Owned a book with a description of the ritual performed in the altar room. Some of the guests are temporarily detained for further questioning. So, notice that one other person who was on Manchois' list of who had a key is not as one of their suspects. So that is ringing red flags for me. But I'm really mainly interested in Matista. Oh, it's him. I, Santos Pinchetti, am witness. Oh, he's the witness. Santos Pinchetti, am a witness who reports a suspicion of murder at the Manchois mansion in Grand Saray. During preparations for the social party, I heard loud noises from the closed altar room. Immediately, I thought of the sacrifice of a living human being overviewed by none other than Kurt Manchois. Oh, there was blood on the walls, strange symbols, and a dagger in the heart. I immediately thought of the sacrifice of a living being overviewed. Okay, so he's trying to make it seem like it's Kurt's fault, but he's just saying it was the Kurt's person or whatever. As soon as I was able to think clearly, I rushed to the police station to report my findings. The station responding to the deposition by sending a patrol while the witness left station and went home. Why did he go home? It's like $39 for one quesadilla. Dear God. Nothing else? So I'm going to get it, and it's like $7. Yeah. I'm honestly not really surprised. Like, delivery in general from, like, Uber Eats, DoorDash, they hike the price up so much. That's so sad, though, honestly. $39 for one quesadilla.
Back on track to solve the case.
All right, now what is this? Evidence ticket. The provider of this ticket has permission to inspect all evidence on case 62-60. Thank you for the hydrate. But drive safely to go get your quesadilla. I hope it's delicious when you get back. All right, so I need to go into my mind palace. Santos Pinchetti informed the police. Pinchetti is a suspect. Pinchetti is a suspect who should be arrested and questioned. He had a key which he did not mention in his deposition. Imagine that. Imagine that. Okay. Got all those. Now, what is the new clue? Santos had a key to the altar room and could enter the crime scene. He even appears to have been the first person to find the body. That makes him a perfect suspect. I should tell Constable Oswald in the archives to question him as a suspect. All right.
Look, I found Werner.
Well, give me a second. I'm gonna go tell Oswald to pull him too. I want to wear something else, please. Can I wear something else now? Can I wear my normal outfit so I don't look like a cult member?
Did you hear, Basilio?
Are you gonna tell me?
Did you hear, Basilio?
Circumstances that happened at Capella's company. Nope. Keep. That. Nope. Nope. Yep. I'm bad at these. Don't mind me. Shh, shh, shh. I'm not eavesdropping.
Did you hear, Basilio?
Okay. Vendetta. Keep. No. Okay. Under my mattress. Keep. Nope. Dead and safe. Yes. Devastated. No. Press scandal. No. Claims innocence. Yes. Yes. Got it. My curiosity has been piqued by talk that Basilio Copello, the owner of the famous Armor Capello home security company, has been arrested. His situation is quite peculiar. A man named Niccolo Detti has been found dead inside a safe in Basilio's store. Basilio claims innocence, but the evidence is against him. He's being held in the holding cells at the police station.
The police. Let's pretend to be cops, eh? We can just stand around and...
Oh, shut up, John. I have so many side cases, but I'm not interested, okay? Get rid of all these notifications. Get rid of this.
Look confused.
Alright, so he said he was in the archives. Well, let me see what's in the evidence room.
Good day. Your ticket, please, if you want me to help you.
Ticket, 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 ticket.
I'd like to check the evidence from this case.
And who are you?
Oswald sent me. I'm a consulting detective.
His partner, then? Let me see. Ah, a ritual murder.
That's what everybody wants
Bunch
us
of
to think.
degenerates. Wait a second. I'll bring it to the table.
Thank you. Alright, so, oh, there's looks like there might be some other stuff. What is this?
A heavily perfumed handkerchief with the initials KM in the corner.
Alright, let's start from the left. This looks like drugs.
An emergency kit for boredom.
Emergency kit. Ooh, letter. The letter was found in Vogel's evidence box. Is your mind unsound? You can't control your bitterness. Not around me, anyway. For me, it's too great a risk to ignore that kind of behavior. I can speak, and play with anyone I choose. I'm not another Matista. You pay me, but you haven't bought me. Of course, I'll keep all your generous donations, even though they hardly compensate for your terrible outburst. I am leaving you, although Matista will still be around. So Matista and, what's his face? Head honcho dude are like together, and Fabio is like their third.
Not the time for privacy?
Yeah, no, it's not the time for privacy.
It's a miracle this ruby hasn't tempted anyone.
Okay, so unimportant.
All the keys of the mansion on one golden ring.
So clearly he had access to every room, which as he should.
A handcrafted charm that contains hair and nail clippings.
Okay, so this is everybody's personal thing. So this is Werner Vogel. He clearly has nothing to do with it.
Her key to the altar room.
Okay, and what else does she have? The Power of Love, Blood and Mandrake.
That's not for bedtime reading.
Mm-mm. Can I open it? Okay, so there is something here. Where is it, though?
This ex libris belongs to Manchios Library.
Ah, okay. Let's see. The Power of Love, Blood and Mandrake. The police found this occult book in Batista's bag during the arrest. According to Ex Libris, I don't know. The tome was taken from Mr. Manchois' collection. It contains illustrations and descriptions of a ritual similar to the crime scene. Prepare the naked body of a recently deceased object of interest. Draw symbols of Mars and Venus to enhance the power you possess, to use the force of male and female nature. Pierce his heart with the golden dagger to be rid of the blood that does not love you. Draw a symbol representing your love. While waiting for the resurrection, recite the charm.
The book describes a ritual similar to the one performed in the altar room.
Yeah, it does. Extremely similar. Am I missing something? I am.
Werner's personal sketchbook. Thank you, officer.
Okay. So, she is still of interest. Let me tell him. Where the heck is he? Archive. Yeah, he is in the archives. He is in the archives. Which, the archives are here.
Have you considered Mr. Santos Pinchetti as a suspect?
The snitch? Have you seen him? I mean, my breath could knock him down. What's so special about him?
He has the key to the ritual room as well.
He has keys that open all the rooms, including the one to the crime scene. Could have testified only to circumvent suspicion, don't you think? We need to question him.
Right. I'll send our men to fetch him. Stay here.
Thank you.
They brought him in, Mr. Holmes. Here's the key to interrogation room number 7. Mr. Pinchetti didn't even resist, our men said.
Thank you.
Good to note. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cross off Mr. Pinchetti. At least try to. He's in investigation room number 7. I don't know how to count. It doesn't have exact numbers on these things. That's number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 right here.
Mr. Pinchetti, a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald.
I've already told him everything I know. I'm only a witness, sir. Everything's in my report.
And I've read it. You forgot to mention that you hold the keys to the room where Fabio was found. I need only to find if the crime was intentional.
But I need to return to my duties.
What duties?
I doubt the house will fall without you, Mr. Pinchetti. Just be still for a few seconds.
Alright, so let me look at his stuff.
Thank you for your cooperation.
See if his key is missing.
I recognize the key from the altar room among these.
Okay. So he does still have the key. Kurt Manchois' will and note. Why does he have his will? A small note attached to the will says, Santos, my hopeful slug, you begged me to include you in my will, so I did. Here's my latest revision of the will. Kurt, the text of the will under the note. Santos Pinchetti, the major domo of the Manchois mansion, receives a jar of mustache wax and salt lamp that he might always remember his caring employer, Kurt Manchois. Okay. So he may not necessarily be the guy. But let's go ahead and observe him and get him ruled out. Repaired multiple times. Looks like some slashes of some sort. Patched holes. Why does he have holes there? There, of all places. Was he being grabbed aggressively by his employer? Inflamed skin, psoriasis, or allergy? Colored more than once. Dyed textile. There's a lot of stuff happening around his lapel. Nothing on his hands. Some stuff on his shoes, though. Blood splatter, stepped in blood, which I guess that matches his account. Patched holes repaired multiple times, blah, blah, blah. Santos Pinchetti is the head of servant of the Manchois mansion. Despite being employed at the highest position within a household, he appears to be poor. His body shows symptoms of psoriasis. Mr. Pinchetti hides his damaged skin under his layers of makeup. The Major Domo's suit had multiple holes that had been patched or sewn. To renovate the suit's look, Mr. Petty had dyed it. Terrible miser. Despite having money, Mr. Pinchetti spends as little of it as possible. Cheap makeup hides imperfections on his body. In an attempt to look more modern, he's dyed... No. He has financial difficulties, which makes sense because freaking rich people are terrible about giving money to the people who deserve it.
You are the major domo of a rich mansion, and you seem barely able to afford decent clothing. You hide, under heavy makeup, a skin disease that might be treated with more onerous but less harmful means. Do you have money troubles?
I do not have a lot of means. The pay is below what you might expect.
But you could easily change your job if your employer does not meet your elementary needs.
One can change his employer, that is true.
And the blood on your shoe, where does that come from?
I don't actually know. Perhaps.
Wait,
from a
you
guess?
wouldn't say that it's from walking through the crime scene? I'm sorry, that would be the very obvious reason. I went up to him to see if he was alive before I went and I left. Do you know the victim?
Did you know Fabio?
Not personally. He was a frequent guest, and cleaning the mess after his performances was tedious. Mr. Manchios always had a role for him, and mainly the leading one. The parties were always Fabio-centric.
And Batista? Was she as popular as her partner?
Don't tell her I said this, but I do not think so. Mr. Manchios hired her only because Fabio refused to work without her. Mr. Manchios used to see her as a worker. She was tasked with entertaining the guests, unlike Fabio, who could pick and choose.
Sounds like that it's kind of fitting. All right, what do I need to ask him? I don't need to ask him about that. Let me ask him about the will.
Mr. Manchios says that you begged him to be included in the heritage. Isn't that a little extreme, even for a major domo?
He's not only my employer, he's my uncle. And I'm his next of kin. The only one.
Well, that's
Mr.
sad.
Manchios flatly refuses to pay a family member. All I have to do is repay his so-called love, cleaning up the filth after perverts and decadents.
That's
He's
extremely
imprisoning
sad.
me. The best I can hope for is a new broom. That's why I wanted to have my part of the inheritance.
Yeah, if he's gonna kill anybody,
Is it that bad?
it would be his
You have a roof
frickin'
above your head, a salary, and the status of a major domo.
For God's sake. I'm forced to dye and stitch my threadbare clothes, and the holes in my shoes are painful.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't-
ashamed every time a guest looks at me closely.
I don't
Why do you
blame
think
him.
your uncle treats you this way?
My mother, my uncle's sister, had me illegitimately. She died, and I was given the surname of one of the maids.
Oh.
But you are entitled to some of the money that belongs to your family.
He thinks not. I was not responsible for my mother's death. I work hard, and he pays me nothing. I feed on the leftovers.
This poor guy.
While he wastes our estate's property on decadent parties. He paid Fabio handsomely and showered him with expensive gifts for their disgusting relationship.
Disgusting relationship. Please do share. But he's done, isn't he? Let me see. Do I have something I can ask him about the relationship? Sounds like Vogel had a bad relationship with Fabio, not what's his face. He doesn't seem to be the person, though, for sure.
Please let me out.
Okay. All right. Can I go tell him to release? No, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Okay. Let me see. I have a letter, a very concerning letter to question you about. Oh, I got Mind Palace. Kurt Manchois gave Fabio expensive gifts. The letter may have been for Manchois. According to Santos Pinchetti, and by the content of the letter, it may have been addressed to Kurt Manchois. But why does Vogel have it in his inventory? The letter found in Vogel's pocket may have been addressed to Kurt Manchois. Santos mentions Manchois gifting the strange and expensive gifts to Fabio. In the letter, Fabio mentions gifts he would have kept due to someone's temperament. It seems that Fabio wrote this angry letter to Manchois. But why does Vogel have it in his pocket? That's odd. Pinchetti accidentally stepped in blood. Yeah. Santos Pinchetti may have stepped in the blood while discovering the crime scene. Which is, like, literally what I said. I was like, why wouldn't that be the first thing that you say? Santos Pinchetti's efforts in vain. Pinchetti had been forced to work for Kurt Manchois in the desperate hope of obtaining heritage, but it hasn't paid off. Oh, I actually uncovered something. What did I uncover here? What is this? Pinchetti missed the blood splatter. Santos Pinchetti failed to notice the blood stain on the side of a shoe while cleaning himself after the murder. Or Pinchetti accidentally stepped in blood. Santos Pinchetti may have stepped in the blood while discovering the crime scene. I think it truly depends on what... Well, actually, it doesn't. I mean, I guess he could be mad at... whatever. What's his name's... affair with Fabio if he wrote Fabio into his will and didn't write him into the will, so he killed the other guy, so he had to put him in the will. Which would make sense for the ritual, but I need to talk to what's-her-face too. Despite being Major Domer, he appears to be poor, effort and dedication, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me pull up this, and let me talk to her. Well, and I need to talk to you first. Let's ask you about this.
Werner, are you alright?
Oh, yes. Everything's fine. In fact, it's something of a family reunion. My brother spent quite some time in this place himself.
You should not be here. I told the police everything I knew, but they refused to let you go. They require proof to free you.
Ha! What did you expect? The mighty Sherlock Holmes swans in, tells the officers what to think, and the world obeys?
Yes.
Of course not.
Yes.
Anyway, I struck a deal with the constable, and I've got a free hand in the investigation. I find proof to solve the case for him. He obtains files about my mother's death for me.
Well done. If one has the power or will and can act, then one must. I wonder, suppose you couldn't get the proof to your truth. Would you tell a lie to the guard that enabled my freedom, knowing my innocence? Would that not be just?
I wouldn't lie.
There are lines I will not cross, Werner. I will do my best to secure your release, but with proof. Not deception.
I'm sorry, that's just
Really?
where I stand.
How many white lies have you told on
0?
this Why not for me?
0?
Why
I've
not
actually
for
told
another?
0?
That is absurd. I can resolve this without compromises.
Well, actually, 1.
Do not give
1.
up hope.
My bad. I did tell 1, and I realized that it was a mistake afterwards. I only told 1, though, okay? We don't talk about that one. I regretted it immediately
I can't
afterwards.
Follow you here.
I'm just going to ask him about literally everything.
I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I can't follow you here. I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I'm not supposed to know anything about this.
I'm asking you everything. Shut up. You're not going to know anything about that. You're not going to know anything about that.
I have learned who told the police about the crime. It was Santos Pinchetti.
Do I know him?
The major domo of the manor. He cleans up after you.
Well, then he does his job perfectly. All but invisible. I couldn't tell you the first thing about him.
Kaito, this line is very long at Taco Bell. See, everybody had your same exact idea and wanted Taco Bell. I feel for you. Is there a Taco Bell that's closer or like just close to that one in general that you could go to instead? I mean, it's still worth it though. $30 versus $7, Sasha. I asked Vogel about Santos Pinchetti, but he has no idea who the man is.
I have reason to believe that the intended recipient of the
No, and I'm
incriminating
trapped
letter may
in
have
line.
been Kurt Manchois.
Well, that makes
Guess
sense.
you're getting it
Too
regardless.
bad I can't remember how I came to possess it. Though I did spend quite some time with Mr. Manchios during the party.
Unfortunately, even with an answer, that may still not be enough to clear you with the police. But fear not, I will persevere.
I hope your attempt to put things straight
We'll make up for you being on a bender.
Touche.
I'm gonna try, but you're still not gonna get released. Alright, so he said that he just didn't know how it's in his pocket. So somebody could have planted it on him, or he was freaking drunk out of his mind. I don't know. We need to organize some Baldur's Gate sometime, or Plate Up. Hell yeah, I agree. I tried to download the mods, but I'm still having trouble with the Baldur's Gate like mod manager. It won't even open for me now. Like, I had it downloaded the other night, and it opened, and now it won't at all anymore. I'm extremely confused, and the website doesn't exactly help me. So I haven't downloaded any of the other mods at all because I haven't been able to get the mod generator mod manager downloaded, or at least openable. Alright, so now I need to talk to her. And do I know which one she's in, or just have to look? That's him. That is probably her. Is that going to be her? Or is this just a random? Let me go talk. Go look.
I'm Sherlock Holmes.
Ah,
I'm helping
okay, she is
Constable
Matista.
Oswald. You are Matista, Fabio's friend.
This body, yes, it's Matista. But it's a mere shell that will die someday. Just like Fabio.
What the fuck? That's so weird. Maybe I can try to help later. I would appreciate it. I don't know. I've tried opening it like administrator. Maybe I just have to re-download it or something. I'm super confused. His end was predictable. Condolences. How about... This might make her happier because she's acting odd.
Fabio knew the risks. Selling his body to degenerates who hid behind robes and masks, it could not end well.
That's only your distorted understanding of safety. Officers here, they wear robes and masks too. It's a dangerous lifestyle. But it's not as though we were given many other choices.
I'm just here to ask questions and find Fabio's murderer.
It will not bring Fabio back.
Oh, are you trying to hide for yourself? Blood-filled bruises. She was being strangled. Obtained recently. She hit him back in self-defense, didn't she? What is this? Primitive occult tattoo. Inks herself. It was her. It was definitely her. I'm gonna find out it was self-defense. Bitten nails. Nervous. She was also a slave. Infected with branding iron. They knew each other. Self-inflicted old and healing cuts. Oh, okay. I might have to white lie for you. If he was hurting you, I might have to white lie for you. Shackle scars, old and barely visible. Matista, the performer and Fabio's partner, has had a difficult life. She was branded and enslaved while still a child. While enslaved, she met Fabio, hence their similar branding. Old scars are a result of her slavery during adolescence. She continues to be haunted by these traumatic experiences. She has a genuine interest in mysticism since she tattooed her body with occult symbols. Matista tries to get over her past, and the life of a performer seems to be an opportunity for her to earn money. Punishes herself for the past or disassociated from her body. What does this one say? Seems to be pragmatic about her body after years of abuse. Sells herself, who do what do they want to do, blah, blah, blah. She's not afraid to step over the line. Also, she marks her body. I don't know. I don't know if she's disassociated or if she's punishing herself. Because, I mean, she is technically punishing herself by self-harming, but she's... I don't know if you do that if you're disassociating. So I'm going to say she's punishing herself in belief that she's a better person than she may or may not be.
Fabio and yourself were slaves, am I correct? You have a similar branding on your body.
Yes. It was a long time ago.
Couldn't help but also notice fresh cuts upon your forearms.
The cuts helped me to forget my past.
Okay, maybe I'm right.
Cover the old wounds and hide them.
How did you escape?
Something happened. One night the master fell down the stairs. I made him fall, and he died.
Oh, you made
He ran
him
away
fall.
that day. We managed to get on a ship and traveled here, to Gordona.
So you're not...
Fabio and I started a new life here.
You're not a
It was very hard at
stranger
first,
to
but it
murder.
became better with time. until today.
Why did I sit down and then immediately get back up?
The bruises on your neck are not self-inflicted. Someone else made them.
Some guests can't contain themselves. They even bite, sometimes.
So I already know that. That was literally just her. What about this?
Could Fabio have written this letter to Kurt Manchios?
Oh. That could be. I never thought Mr. Manchios could make Fabio that angry, though.
What do you mean?
Well, Fabio wanted to disassociate from Mr. Manchios. Clients who are in love are both a blessing and a curse.
But Fabio was here tonight.
Money. In our line of work, we can't afford to turn down clients who pay as well as Kurt Manchios.
Was Fabio afraid of Mr. Manchios?
Not at all. The old toad wouldn't dare to do more than sweet talk and touching. Talk can be forgotten, and touching washed away.
Okay. Does she know?
I don't know what
okay,
to say.
she doesn't know anything about him.
I have nothing to say.
Knows nothing. Nothing.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Nothing. She doesn't know anything about that. What about this?
This book, The Power of Love, Blood and Mandrake, what do you hope to achieve?
To learn more about the invisible strengths that govern us. Occultism is real. The master who fell that night when Fabio and I escaped, I made him fall. I cast a spell on him.
Oh.
Worked.
So she didn't actually do it.
The universe is rarely so lazy.
If you say so. Do you practice occult rituals?
For protection? For fortune? To wash away the ugliness of the world? Sometimes to survive.
Sometimes
I have
to
the gift,
survive.
and I'm learning to use it better.
Did you use your gift on Fabio?
I only used white magic. Love charms lately. Fabio became so distant. I just wanted him to be with me, but I suppose I'm not as skilled as I thought.
Okay, so she's not giving anything up. I still need to talk to this bastard, though. Alright, so let's see if I can put together any clues in my mind palace. Batista may have used a ritual on Fabio. Batista may have performed the ritual on Fabio to bring his love back. She didn't seem like she was lying at all, so I don't know about that. Batista was bruised by the guest. Batista suffered bruises on her body from brutal interactions with the guest at the party. Fabio bruised Batista during their fight in the smoking lounge. Fabio bruised Batista. I am finally now I'm ordering my food. AOMG. You should get me a taco while you're at it. Give me a taco, Sasha. Batista was bruised by the guest. I don't know yet. I'm not going to make that judgment call. I'm going to lean towards this. No, I'm going to lean. After I talk to him, I'll figure out how I lean. If they don't do my food right, I will cry. I've been there so many times. Make sure you order all the sauce that you want because, and check before you leave because they typically don't give you the sauce that you need. Any more Mind Palace stuff that I can do? No. Okay. So now I need to approach him about several of these items. First of all, I need to know what the hell these cufflinks are about.
Good day, Mr. Manchios. I am Constable Oswald's partner.
I just want sour cream on my quesadilla.
And gentle. Some of your colleagues are untrained boors. Although I don't mind meeting young officers.
Oh, God.
Blood here.
If you cooperate in finding Fabio's murderer, there will be no need to meet with the boars again.
That voice. Furnace?
Plus the sour cream, plus the sauce.
policeman.
Sour cream on the side or sour cream
Only an
inside of
undercover
it?
agent can
That's what I want to
scour
know.
a ditch full of deviants. I am a consulting detective, although I'm capable of replacing the entire department through my consultations.
Sharp-tongued, I like it. May I presume this tongue will get us out of this
Likely
trouble?
not you, no,
I
dude.
would be so indebted and glad.
Inside it, doesn't it like
Nothing's changed. I'm looking for the murderer.
melt and stuff?
That's the only way to get us out of trouble.
I got
But
you a
it shouldn't
taco.
take much
Yes!
time, correct?
Tacos. I
We're
love their
all busy
tacos.
after all.
I need to examine.
I love their tacos. When you coming to get it, can you dehydrate it so I can eat it in like 30 years when I finally have money. He wears makeup. Rouge. Okay, I don't know how that's helpful, but... Red spots. Rash from exposure to hair dye. So he's trying to keep himself young, clearly. Because he talks about young people all the time. Washed his hands in a hurry. Soap under the fingernails. Oh, imagine that. Quality polished leather. Lavishly expensive. Stickler for cleanliness or hides his age. I'm going to say hides his age. I'm actually having a Friendsgiving next Saturday, and I'm very sad you don't live near me because I definitely want you there if you could come. Yeah, I think we've talked about where we're located. I'm pretty sure I'm not anywhere close. I'm going to say he hides his age. I mean, look at his hair. Look at his hair. Look at his freaking hair, and he's wearing makeup. He talks about young people all the time. Wishes to hide his true age from the younger participants of his parties. He's concerned with aging to the point where he uses makeup and hair dye to look younger. Yeah, Texas is pretty far from me. Yeah, there you go. I had a feeling. You were pretty far from me. I couldn't remember if we talked about where you live, like in private DMs or anything like that, but I knew you were nowhere close to me at least.
You are a little over the top with your use of makeup, Mr. Manchios. Is it so difficult for you to acknowledge your age?
Well, Sherlock, that's easy for you to say to an old man when you look as though you are barely 50.
Barely 50?
Still,
Oh!
It shouldn't be an issue for someone of your status.
For people of my age, it isn't an issue, no. But the younger ones can be so afraid of wrinkles and grey flecks. I have to adapt.
Such a methodical man who
Nasty.
cares for his body but misses the soap under his fingernails. Are you so impatient or perhaps even impulsive?
I wouldn't call myself that. Silly little details. If I missed it, it wasn't important. Or rather, it was less important than who or what I was focused on.
I kept guessing the wrong states. I remember that, but I don't remember you telling me where you were. Let me see if I can remember. Yeah, I don't think I ever figured out where you were from. I don't think I ever guessed. I'm not going to guess on stream, Sasha. I'll guess in DMs later, but not on stream. I don't want to dox you if you ever decide to take streaming, like, serious. God damn it, Sasha! God damn it, Sasha! No! No! Bad Sasha. You're not going to dox yourself, damn it. I'll remove that if you spam the chat and remove it. But now I know, thank you. I'd like to know more about the event.
Mr. Vogel told me a little about your parties.
You never know, Sasha, you never know.
I'd like to know more directly from you.
I'm all yours, Sherlock. You have me arrested and locked here with you alone.
Let me see if I can do that. Can I delete a message? Here it is. All right, there we go. I deleted it, but now I know. There we go. Now we can put the chat box back. Yeah, it's gone, right? It's gone, right? Yeah, okay, it's gone. It's gone. All right, why did you invite Vogel?
Why did you invite Mr. Vogel as your special
It's
guest?
very, very small for me, so I couldn't tell.
He's capable of surprising the public.
Whew.
He has a talent for saying words that no
That's
one
a relief.
else would wish to either say or hear.
I suppose I can't argue with that.
He is a free addition to the eccentricity of the party, which is fine by me, as long as it enhances my party.
Enhances my party. Fucking pedo. I love you, Kaito. I love you too, Sasha. You don't ever dox yourself. I don't care if you're ever drunk or anything like that. You take care of yourself first. First and foremost. We can talk in DMs about that stuff. Don't you worry.
I'd like to know who you usually invite to your parties.
Free minds who are able to leave reality for an evening, who can taste forbidden fruit without prejudice. There is nothing that quite spices up life like these parties, assuming one is old enough and has worked many years for the good of one's country.
Oh, all true laborers, I see.
I don't drink. I'm naturally this stupid. I wouldn't call you stupid. I would just call yourself, It's not naive. It's not naive is what I'm... It's not naive. I would say trusting. I would say trusting of people. Very, very trusting. I'm not even that, like, big at all, very clearly. I'm not big at all. And I've still had scares where I'm like, maybe I should be a little bit more, reserved of the information I give forth about my location and all that. So funny, because I don't trust most people. I guess you just, since you're online, you're like, I don't care what you do. And online is, like, the most brutal place to be sometimes, honestly. What was Fabio like?
What was Fabio like? His personality, his habits? Anything you can tell me?
He was the brightest star of my parties. Young, magnetic, and full.
People think I'm a piplup.
I don't even want to mention his beauty.
Accurate, though.
Otherwise, I'll be sobbing.
An expensive champion,
Oh,
I imagine.
man.
His performances were flawless. He deserved his payment. Do you think he was murdered because of money?
Possibly. What about the other guests? Were they used to opening their wallets as well?
I wouldn't restrict my guests from anything. I'm sure Fabio received a few coins from others for his services.
Yeah, so about that, Sasha, if you ever want, like, a humanoid model and you're, like, trying to look for a an artist of some sort, let me know, and I can look with you on Fiverr and all that. But if you like your piplup, it's okay. Just in case. This is for me. He's not going to have any details about this. He's not going to have any details about that. Yes, but what about this? Okay, I really appreciate that. Of course, of course, of course. I went through a period of time myself where I literally just had a model just to join my friends on streams. And then I started streaming myself. So it was like a whole different mindset.
You bought an expensive pair of cufflinks for Fabio. Were they his price? Or were they a tip for an exclusive show?
It was pure business. Fabio escorted me a few times. I was merely showing my gratitude.
This pair cost a small fortune.
I'm in
You must
ads.
be
No problem, Sasha.
Extremely grateful, then. Tell me more.
You've thrust a knife in an exposed nerve, Sherlock. Yes. he
Yes,
was
that's
my
what I do,
protégé and my
pedophile.
beacon also. With my experience and his beauty, we could have achieved anything. I had faith in him. I would have made him.
Nasty. You're so nasty.
You'd better ask someone else.
I had to make sure you didn't notice. Okay.
That's not something I know much about.
It literally told me to ask. It literally told me to ask you.
Do you have any idea who tipped off the police to raid your mansion, Mr. Manchios?
My reaction when a man talks to me.
I could even say you
Literally anybody talking to me in general.
A good guess, but the wrong one. The fellow who did that was Mr. Pinchetti, your major domo.
What? Santos? But how could he even know? If he's not the murderer himself. The ungrateful swine.
No, of course.
He has dared to besmirch my reputation.
Not a very eloquent choice of words.
What should I call him then, since he's a snitch?
Snitch.
Make him talk, Sherlock. I'm quite certain he knows more about the murder than he has told the police.
Yeah, I'm starting to lean towards you. Why would you kill Fabio, though? Don't know anything about that. Yeah, let me ask you about the will.
About your will. A harsh method of ridiculing Santos. I doubt he will use mustache wax when he wears no mustache to begin with.
Where did you get it? Is the slug here? Tell him I shouldn't have to provide for him. He's a grown man who shouldn't sit on his uncle's neck. He conceives himself as my only heir.
You have more
And who
than
is
one
he to
heir?
me? He's a leech on my aging body. He has only added problems to my life since the death of his mother.
I fail to see why you made him your major domo.
He needed to know his place, so I taught him.
I hate you. I hate you.
There is undeniable evidence that you were the original recipient of this letter.
What are you talking about? Is it addressed to me?
Yes,
Your
let's
protégé
see what
wanted
you
a
have to
fresh
say about
start, it
this.
seems. This is sufficient to charge you.
Me? Hurt my star? Are you insane that you would accuse me of such a thing?
He did not consider himself as yours. Since you deny everything, let's move on. Do you have any idea as to how the letter could have ended up in Mr. Vogel's pocket?
You were the detective. Perhaps he took it from Fabio. Werner was a little high.
He took it from Fabio? Are you kidding me? Oh, come on.
Do you recognize this book? Could Matista have borrowed it from your library?
She didn't ask me. How ungrateful.
The
Oh,
things
I hate this
described
guy.
in the book were
I hate this
inspiration
guy.
for the rituals you performed?
Do you really believe that blood, symbols, and incantations can resurrect the dead? They are just eerie tales with a mix of occultism and voodoo. My rituals are a stage to show some of the forbidden pleasures.
All right, let's see what my mind palace has to say. Vogel took the letter under influence. No. Werner Vogel took the letter himself whilst under the effect of various substances. Manchois planted the letter. Kurt Manchois slipped the letter into Werner Vogel's pocket to make him look like a suspect. I trust Vogel more than I trust him. Fabio broke Kurt Manchois' heart. Fabio shattered Kurt Manchois' feelings. Starting to add up. Manchois set himself up for debauchery. Kurt Manchois carefully prepared himself for the depravity. Oh, it's starting to look like it might be you. Manchois set himself for debauchery, or Manchois washed himself after the murder. He cleaned himself after Fabio's murder. I believe her more than I believe him. Even if it was her, I'm more keen to pin it on him. But let me ask Vogel, if I can, about this. Let me see what Vogel has to say about who's bullshit.
The air here is rather refreshing. I'd even recommend that some of my friends visit the place.
Okay, apparently I can't. Unless I could ask somebody else something.
I know I can handle the new.
Okay. It still has a... I can use that as like a... I can use this as a talking point with someone. Is what it's telling me. I think. Make sure there's nobody else around that I haven't investigated. Oh, let me talk to the dude. Not you. This guy.
Please let me out.
God damn it. Okay. Yeah, I'm more eager to pin it on asshole. Kurt Manchois is the murderer. For years, Fabio played with Kurt Manchois' heart and abused his interest in the young performer. When Manchois received yet another rejection, he murdered Fabio and staged a love ritual to avoid suspicion. He was trying to pin it on her. Crime of passion. Kurt Manchois was heartbroken and panicked and did not mean to kill Fabio. The improvised ritual was a desperate attempt to cover up the crime. A prison sentence should be enough for his harsher punishment is the death of his love. A sexual predator, Kurt Manchois killed Fabio in cold blood. He staged the crime as a ritual to blame Matista. He planted the letter in Vogel's pocket to avoid suspicion. Manchois has no consideration for the lives of others and deserves to be hanged. Oh! Don't mind me. Alright, so I need to go turn this into a certain someone. Wait, no, I go and I confront him. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna eat my shorts.
The murder of Fabio did not have a ritual purpose, Mr. Manchios. It was staged by a man who wished to distract the investigation.
That might be true. That poor girl
Oh,
Matista
imagine
wouldn't
that.
dare to kill the only man who cared for her. So, Santos.
Mr. Pinchetti snatched at the chance to solve his problems.
Ungrateful little scum. Will he be executed?
But what for? He informed the police as to the crime, that was all. He couldn't stage the ritual, but he found the body, I believe.
I can't believe it. Why did Werner do it?
Oh, he's
Mr.
just
Frankel,
blaming
he had
literally
no reason,
everybody.
and he won't be a scapegoat as you planned. You put Fabio's letter in his pocket when he was intoxicated, didn't you?
You can't be serious.
Your fingernails.
We can very often deduce someone's life by their shoes or their fingernails. You are a meticulous person, but this murder was fairly traumatic and filthy. After you stabbed Fabio, you were covered in blood. You panicked and neglected to rinse the soap from under your fingernails. The devil is in the details, Mr. Manchios.
Nonsense. I missed it simply
Sure
because of
you
the busy
did.
schedule of the
Sure
party.
you did.
Of course, a staged murder was certainly not planned.
Love wasn't mutual.
You're at the twilight of your life. You have no partner, you have no children. You had feelings, however, for one man. That was Fabio. You loved him. That is, you wished to own him with money and gifts. But he was also a free mind, was he not? He turned his back on you. Quite unjust. Love, so cruel and painful, and Fabio, with his words and deeds, made you feel the more wretched. So you killed him.
You must surely perceive that my sensitive nature wouldn't
Sensitive
allow me to hurt
nature.
anyone.
Oh God, sensitive nature.
You staged the murder as a satanic ritual. It was easy for you, since you were the one who wrote the scenarios for the parties. It was your way of avoiding suspicion. A respectable man in his 60s,
Early 60s.
who hosts the cream of Cordona's society, cannot possibly be a murderer. But the guests who behave like animals in his mansion, of course, one of them could have killed Fabio.
I did oversee a few of the rituals, but I did not stage Fabio's death.
Sure you didn't. It was a premeditated murder. Yeah, because he... Well, was it? So, was it premeditated or was it a crime of passion? Because he put the letter in Werner's pocket. And he knew to do... He had to be premeditated.
The young performer played with your emotions. That was painful to realize. You spent so much time and effort to be with Fabio, but he didn't respond in the way you would have liked. You wanted to be loved, but Fabio shattered your dreams. In the smoking lounge, he teased and mocked you. He wanted you to suffer by offering himself to others. The deception was unbearable. You struck him, and then you staged the ritual. You planted the letter in Vogel's pocket and attempted to set up Matista.
Yeah.
Sherlock, stop this.
They
game
always
now.
act like
There
I'm an
is no
idiot
stop
too, and
word, Mr. Manchios.
it's gaslighting.
Relax and enjoy it. I'll pass the remainder of this case to Constable Oswald. He'll know what to do with you.
It's always extremely gaslighting. It makes you feel like I clearly made the wrong choice. Clearly, I did that to an innocent person. But this one, I actually feel confidently about. Though I don't know why it's having me go into my casebook.
I have a name for you.
Gaslight,
Lord
gatekeep,
Manchios.
girl boss, Sherlock Holmes. Exactly.
Master of the Sabbath.
The man himself. Mr. Manchios couldn't stand to lose control over his lover. A deadly revenge that deserves a proper sentence. I have all the evidence to charge him.
A degenerate and a murderer. I'll make a name thanks to that for sure. As for my part, not everything was
Get
intact.
justice for Fabio.
Perhaps some documents were transferred somewhere else, but I couldn't find a trace of them. Then I remembered. The discarded document drawers where we put the lost papers or the badly labelled ones. Including the crime scene report of Violet Holmes's case. Everything I've found is on the desk here. Take it.
Your persistence has saved me.
Yeah, well, we had a deal after all. Your friend is free then. You can leave.
Good
Sweet.
luck, Constable.
Now watch. I'm going to find out at the very end of all of this that Werner is not Werner at all. Werner is freaking, what's his name? Oh, God. Oh, God. What is his name? A Sherlock villain. Moriarty. Werner is Moriarty. I'm going to find that out later on. All right, give me 1 second. I need to use the restroom. I'm going to play for a little bit longer since I am on break right now and I'm enjoying the game. So give me a second and I'll be right back. Hi. I am back. I am ready. Let's see what's going on with my mother's murder. So he left a missing report on the desk. Okay. Report 0743. Officers arrived to find the deceased identified as Mrs. Violet, not violent, Violet Holmes, lying in the garden of Stonewood Manor. Kaito, I need to tell you something. Is it something that you can tell me in chat or something you need to tell me in DMs? Either or, I will look. But of course, as our conversation from earlier was before, but, you know, if it's sensitive as Sasha, how dare you eat my taco? How dare you eat my taco? Was it cold or was it warm at least? If it was warm, I can forgive you. If it was cold, you've betrayed me forever, and our friendship will never, I will never forget this. I will never forget this if it was cold, Sasha. Was it cold or was it warm? It was so good, but it was cold! Cold like our friendship. Gone, vanished, reduced to atoms. Well, at least somebody got to enjoy the taco. I want a taco, damn it. I need a taco, damn it. I ate tacos yesterday and I still want more tacos. I want more tacos, damn it. Please. You just give me another taco sometime. If we ever meet in person, you buy me a taco and then we're even. Hi, Akari. It's inside jokes. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So yeah, she was lying in the garden of Stonewood Manor. Oh my God. Complete like vibe switch. We're laughing, and then here's a dead body lying in the middle of Stonewood Manor. What is happening? So one of my streamer friends, one of Sasha and I's streamer friends, literally let like a plate of tacos sit behind her for, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours. And Sasha and I were so baffled and mad about it. We kept harassing her every like couple of minutes. Like, why aren't you eating your tacos? And we made it into a whole thing, and now it's funny for us. Which is why I asked if the taco was cold or hot. Viral inspection showed the victim to be thoroughly soaked with a deep vertical incision 2 inches in length down her throat. So downwards, that's odd. Her face was swollen and covered in red blotches, likely cause of death, hypoxia. What is hypoxia? Is it drown? Is hypoxia drowning, guys? I don't know. God, I love Nay. Same here. I love giving her shit too because she deals with it in the best of ways. It is so funny. What is hypoxia? Hypoxia. Low levels of oxygen in body tissues. So could be drowning, could be strangulation. Okay. Fuck. 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 I clicked off of it. Fuck. I'm having a flashback now. Taking screenshots. Oh, the creepy screenshots.
The garden. There's a garden behind our manor. How could I forget? That's where it all happened, where it all went wrong.
Sherry, it looks like you've almost found what you wanted.
Why is he all the way up there? Okay, I need to read the end of that because I did not capture any of that. Her face was swollen, covered in red blotches, likely cause of death, hypoxia, awaiting confirmation from medical examiner. Main suspect, here is where I missed the most important part. Otto Richter was arrested on the scene. The body was sent for autopsy. So for those of you who didn't tune in, Otto Richter was actually her psychiatrist who was taking care of her because she was a little off her rocker. And the main suspect is him. And our brother literally prosecuted him for her death. So there you go. Splintered memory, another fragment of my past has bubbled to the surface. I remember blooming trees, shimmers in the pond, and a cozy gazebo. It seems that we have a large garden behind our manor, accessible through a door on the ground floor that is bordered by 2 windows. All right. So death by hypoxia, and then the testification. testification. I'm pretty sure that's not a word. She drowned. She didn't drown. My mother drowned. Her throat wound could either be a final humiliation by her killer or a desperate attempt to save her. That could be a case. She didn't drown. The slit on my mother's throat was an attempt at tracheotomy. It makes no sense to do this if she was drowning. I'm not going to make that... I'm not going to fully make that cause of death yet. I'm not going to make that judgment call yet until I learn more about her case in general.
Oh, you did it, Sherlock. The case is closed and all rewards belong
You're
to the winner.
welcome, Werner
Bravo.
/
It is merely
Moriarty.
the triumph of the truth. Is it? No compromises? No lies? You're happy with your decisions?
An acceptable outcome.
It was the best decision I could obtain. The truth must be told in the way it is most acceptable.
You're making progress, Sherlock. I was right to believe in you. By the way, did you get that precious information about your mother?
It's definitely Moriarty. He's 100% Moriarty. I've called it.
In such a personal matter. I simply worry I'm failing to be of much help to you.
Actually, you were. For some reason, all the archives on the case had disappeared. This was a rare opportunity to obtain the impossible.
I'm pretty sure he's Moriarty.
Perhaps someone found the truth unpleasant. Society usually rejects those who speak with too much honesty, doesn't it?
A comfortable lie is often preferred to an uncomfortable truth. Still, I believe that the latter should prevail, and I cannot remain silent.
That's quixotism at its best. Your mere truth cannot defeat institutions, systems, and power.
Which is what I've been going for this whole time.
Marriage, they're all lies told to preserve connections, love, and sanity, and it's all corruptible.
Lies destroy human dignity. How could you make a free decision without any knowledge of the truth?
Are we really free to decide anything in this world, Sherlock?
Apparently, yes, because I've been making a lot of decisions. I'm not entirely free.
I take your point. There are some limits on us all, some compromises we must make. Despite my best efforts, we cannot remain entirely objective.
I didn't want to sadden you, Sherlock, only to make you think beyond your boundaries. You're a walking contradiction, Sherlock. You refuse to lie to others, but constantly lie to yourself. How long until the train comes off the track? I cannot look away, but perhaps I should take a few steps back. You're an accident waiting to happen.
Come on, Moriarty, leave me alone.
I shall bid you adieu.
Kaito, I planted over 400 seeds. Now I spend 5 hours of my days just watering them. Don't plant over 400 seeds unless you either have A, one of the automatic waterers, or have enough time in your day and enough energy in your day to water the plants. And you can do other shit afterwards, too. You can't romance anybody if you're spending your entire day watering your plants, Sasha. You need to start building those automatic waterers is what you need to do. I have one of those. I need to go more into the caves to, get more copper, though. By the way, do you know if copper? I was about to call it Copper Island, Coral Island allows co-opia? I know they're planning on allowing that, but I don't know if they actually implemented it for version 1. Okay, so we need to go to the gazebo behind our house. I got a little sidetracked with Moriarty, and I'm calling him that because I really feel like it is Moriarty, and you can't convince me otherwise. It doesn't until 2024. No. Because I was literally going to say, hey, we should play Coral Island together. Psych. Frickin' psych. Oh, wait. I probably should solve my brother's case, shouldn't I? I probably should solve my brother's case, shouldn't I? Shit. Mycroft's agent, Mr. Estevo, requested my help with a very sensitive matter. Mark Ridley, the son of General Arthur Ridley, is being blackmailed. He is supposed to meet his blackmailer atop the Old City Bridge Tower. I'm to observe from a distance, establish the blackmailer's identity, and report back to Mr. Estevo, who should be waiting at my home. The patio of the Primrose Cafe at the western side of Old City Bridge in Scaladio should be my vantage point. So we need to go in Scaladio. Western side of Old City Bridge. Is this Old City Bridge? I don't know what Old City Bridge is. Okay, hold on. Let me take a look and see what Old City Bridge is. Is it this one? Okay, it is this one. All right, that's good to know. We go here, and we go place on map. Western side, never eat water. Over here. OMG, yes. When it comes out, you and I doing a playthrough. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And we will agree on who is romancing who, and we will have a good time. The patio of Primrose Cafe. I don't know where that is, but I'm going to go ahead and put the mark here, and I'm going to go ahead and teleport here, and head that way and see if I can find out where it is. I want to at least do my cross quest so this guy goes the fuck away. Let me put the marker on it. Okay, yep, it is this one.
Guests of Cordona, the treasures await you. Collect them all.
I keep forgetting that he has a quest for me, and I keep thinking that that guy's just hanging out for a main quest. Not this, like, random side quest that I got. I mean, it's a matter of national importance. I don't say not national, but country importance. So I probably should do it in a expedient manner. But yeah, I don't do any side quests in this game. Clothing trader, don't need it. I mean, truly, the side quests in this game could be a lot of fun, but I enjoy just doing the main stuff. Because the main stuff is the most interesting for me. Oh, Primrose Cafe. Which one's the Primrose? Back behind me. This way? Yeah, it's this one right here. Okay. Oh.
Here, grab a seat.
Of course John's sitting here waiting for me.
You brought a book, huh?
Of course he's sitting here and waiting for me.
May I have... Same as always.
You just don't give up, do you?
Oh, come on, let's get closer. We can't see anything from here.
No, too early.
So we're just going to sit here all day?
Patience, John. I have a feeling this is more than simple blackmail. We'll be close when the blackmailer leaves, and then...
Go.
Well, shit. It's definitely a little bit more complex than simple blackmail. Blackmail.
Oh, not a pretty sight, this. Head trauma. Fatal. Gravity is cruel like that.
Yeah, that tracks.
The knife is missing.
Well, where the hell's the knife? What's this key over here?
A key, and where there's a key, there's a lock.
This key looks a lot like a certain case that we just solved.
He was stabbed several times before he fell. The shape of the wounds suggest a curved blade.
Is it a scarf? Yeah.
A rather frivolous accessory for a military man. Shame it's all bloody now.
I took the scarf completely randomly. Anything of interest in here? No.
What's happened? Who is it?
Nothing on your belt. Anything on your shoe? Oh. Something on your leg.
It's almost like he's dancing.
Dancing the dance macabre.
Oh, God.
No signs of life.
I'm going to go to sleep. Good night. Good night, Akari. Take care.
Dead.
All right, I'm going to get the fuck out of the way. Now I'm going to look at my case book. All right, let's see. So he had a key on him. An iron key which I found near Mark Ridley's body with a number 4 engraved on it. Mark Ridley fell out of the tower. I told Benji I was going to smack his face with my kisses, and I started kissing his face, and this dog looked at me so annoyed. I'm sure he's extremely used to your kisses, and he's very annoyed by how many he gets. He's like, are these supposed to be a commodity? I get them all the time. Upon examination of Corporal Ridley's body, I found stab wounds inflicted by a curved blade, severe head trauma as a result of a fall, and an empty knife sheath. So I need to go up. Clearly.
Please move along. The police are on their way. Everything's under control.
He is. He was like, I was sleeping.
The general's own
exactly.
son has fallen out of the tower, and not without help, it seems. I need to inspect the scene, and quickly.
The corporal? He ordered me not to let anyone inside without telling him. But now... Wait, are you saying it's a murder?
It's like, please leave me alone. Scars covered in blood. Stab wounds.
A brief examination of the body was enough for me to conclude that he was murdered by a blade of Ottoman origin.
You can't possibly be so certain.
Oh, I can be. The corporal suffered deep stab wounds which were inflicted with great force. They were made by a knife meant for cutting, not stabbing. A curved blade, such as an Ottoman jambir or a Gurkha kukri. I haven't seen any Gurkhas on the island, so the conclusion is quite obvious.
Ottoman.
Amazing. You do seem more than competent. All right, go in. I'll wait here for the police.
Seen anything suspicious?
Did you see anything suspicious?
28 stab
No, sir,
wounds.
nothing. Corporal Ridley had to attend to some private
Accurate.
matters upstairs.
Accurate.
No one went in, no one came out. Oh, but that means the killer is still inside. Are you sure you want to go in?
I'm
alone?
pretty sure you're
not
not
sure. I
able
have my
to
friend
handle it.
Your friend? You mean your gun?
Yep, my gun.
Never mind, I'll be fine.
Yep, my gun. Don't worry about it. Make sure none of these people are Ottoman, Scottish, Welsh, Kenyan, English, Cordonian. All right. And you are not Ottoman, right? All right. Okay.
The killer's gone. Vanished into thin air.
Are you Ottoman, John? You don't exist. Okay. I had to. So there was an assault here. Fresh blood, freshly broken. So somebody was thrown into that after they were wounded, clearly. Because there was some sort of scuff mark here. That's where he fell. Okay. So he's thrown overboard here. He's thrown, dragged, and thrown out the window. Okay. So something happened over here, though. Let's see. Mud traces and sweaty odor.
You smell the body odor, John. Someone's been hiding in here. Someone sweaty.
Unless it's a laundry chest. But then it's a different mystery altogether. The case of the vanishing sweaty pantaloons.
Okay, you're dumb, John. So somebody was hiding here for our blackmail victim. Found him, come in here, threw him across the table, and then dragged him out and threw him across. Okay. Let's see what this letter has to say.
This cigarette is still smoldering.
He was smoking, and yeah, they jumped him pretty much. What else does this room have to say for me? Anything? I'm missing something clearly. Oh. Can I do chemical tracing on this? It has the chemical thingy on it. It also has this pulley, which makes me think that they could be, you know, going over there instead. Making their escape over there or something.
Gonna join the Navy after all. That'd make Mycroft so happy, you know.
Shut up, John.
Oh, what is this? Oh, it's the dagger.
This blade is a naval officer's dirk. Sharp and well cared for.
Ah.
The edge is covered with blood, but the tip is clean.
So it was a slash, not a stab. And now I have a naval officer's, you know, get up if I want. What does this have to say for me? Blackmail letter. Ah, yes, I need this. I knew all about your latest affair. Ah, meet me in the Old City Bridge Tower. Come alone and bring 100 mangris. If you don't want the world to reach, don't want word to reach the wrong ears. Which is blackmail, and that's accurate. It's about affair, so of course Mycroft is interested. And money. We're gonna pay them.
100 mangears. Killer didn't touch them.
So it didn't matter. They wanted to kill him anyways. Why am I laying on the ground for this? Okay, so first we start out, he was sitting at the frickin' table. Yep, person came up behind, kicked him, and then dragged him. Yep.
You're not even
Okay,
trying.
he stabbed him several times, but... So, I assumed that this would be one of the stabs. Let's see what this is. He was clearly smoking. So it was a matter of he was prepared or not. Which I don't think he was prepared. It was I. Yeah, he has a cigarette in his hands. It was I who. What's the other one here? Okay, should be this maybe.
You're not even trying.
You son of a bitch.
Concentrate.
No. The person who stabbed them had the bladed, the hooked knife. He didn't have the knife out, so it has to be a difference of this last one here. I thought I already selected this one, though.
You're not even trying.
Of course. Of course. All right, we're going to keep these two the same, and we're going to switch this one up. And we're going to validate this one.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
All right. Entry in John's diary. Shut the fuck up, John. I don't know how this works, but...
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
I am trying.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
John is making fun of me right now. I don't even care. Alright, give me 1 second. I'm now playing Wizard 101 now since I'm living out my 10-year-old self dream. What is your 10-year-old self dream about? What is that about? Holmes chapter 1, Mycroft's cases. Not all cases. I want all Mycroft's cases. This one is called Love, Death, and Cordona. Yes, I've uncovered all of that. What is the actual solution? He does have the dagger ready. Okay. He has the dagger ready. Alright. Other than that, what else? It is the killer who was the one thrown. Okay. And it's stabbing him out the window. Okay. I thought I did this. I thought I selected that.
Blackmailer, but before being pushed out the window, Ridley managed to wound him. The killer must still be bleeding.
To have a premium membership at Wizard 101, and I have my own money now. That was me with World of Warcraft and having being able to pay for it myself and playing it myself. And then I played it myself, and it was not all it was cracked up to be. The killer must still be bleeding, so he's still around. Okay. What is this? I guess it wants me to look for the killer.
So what happened? Was there anyone upstairs?
No, the killer escaped. We're dealing with a carefully planned assassination.
Did you know Mark Ridley?
What can you tell me about the deceased?
We were from the same unit, stationed together at the barracks by the bridge, but I can't say I knew him well. Maybe someone of the barracks could tell you more.
Did he have any enemies? That is a good
Do
question.
you know if the corporal had any enemies? Someone who would want him dead?
No, none that I know of. But then again, there's always the Ottomans. They'd want all of us soldiers dead, I reckon.
Well, that tracks. I'm sorry, I have to... John. 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 What the fuck? What the fuck, John? So I literally have nothing to go off of. Near the bridge in Old City, I can ask around about him about, like, there. Around there.
May I ask for your assistance?
A man like you should not speak to a man like me.
Alright, sorry, my bad, my bad. Try to treat everybody the same.
May I ask for your assistance?
I usually have an answer for everything, but not for this.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry.
I'm supposed to be doing it around Old City, which is kind of in this general vicinity. Shut the fuck up. I hate John sometimes, honestly. Calling me out about not knowing what the hell I'm doing. What about you? Shona, Kurd, Crimean, Albanian. Okay. Nobody's Ottoman yet. What about you, old woman?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, sir. I won't talk to you.
I bet I gotta find somebody who's Ottoman. Yoruba. Are you Ottoman, sir? Turkish. What about you, ma'am? Cordonian. Cordonian. Anything over here? Nothing of interest. I assume that is what I'm supposed to do, yes? The number 4 engraved on it. Maybe there's something to use this key on as well. Arab, Turkish, Kurd.
Can I ask you a question? A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Alright, fine, fine, fine. Nobody's got any answers for me. They never do. It's always these like freaking side quests that don't give me an easy answer, and it makes things difficult for me. But let me see if there's a place to use the key. Or ask you
I
about
hope
this.
the police find the murderer.
Alright, let me pull this up. Any of these chests. I'm assuming none of the barrels have locks. Does this lock work on this? No. None of these barrels. Hi, Usagi. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. How is everybody doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm playing some detective games right now, and my brain is very small and very very
everything's
smooth.
fine.
I am doing great. I'm doing
There's
fantastic.
just, if you hear
Thank
that
you for
weird
asking.
sound, it's just
It's
the
been
wind.
it's been a long, relaxing week. I'm gonna call it that. I had a lot going on. I hope yours was relaxing as well. And thank you again for the raid. Here is your shout out, your double shout out, of course, because you deserve a double shout out. We're playing some detective games. If you know better than me, please share your intelligence with me, because I have no intelligence and I'm struggling. As I always do when I play this game. I just uncovered this mystery from my brother, Mycroft. If you didn't know, I'm playing a Sherlock Holmes game. So I'm Sherlock Holmes. Hello, not the double shout out. Yes, of course the double shout out. Take the double shout out and love the double shout out. So yes, my brother Mycroft has sent me a mystery of utmost importance to the English Empire, of course. But of course. And somebody who's very important to the British government had some blackmail sent to them, and they literally just got murdered. So I went to their murder scene, and I tried to investigate and see who killed them. And all I know is that they're from Ottoman descent, or they're using an Ottoman weapon, and they're still bleeding because they also took damage as well. Enjoy your lurk, Sasha. Thank you. So I'm trying to figure out where I go from here. I don't know shit about literally anything other than the fact that they're, well, I guess he had a scarf of Ottoman design on him, as well as he got stabbed by a dagger of Ottoman descent. So I've been looking around to see if I could find anybody who's of Ottoman descent at all. See if I could figure out this key who I found on his person, see where it went. It's got a number 4 engraved on it. So I was looking to see if there's any chests of any sort that had this this key that would fit into them. But apparently not. At least up here in this tower, which is where the altercation happened, if you can't tell. This game can be a little graphic, so be careful. I wish you luck on figuring this out. Sounds complicated. Exactly. Thank you, Saki. It can be pretty damn complicated. I bet I could probably find his house, but I don't want to make it too complicated and more complicated than I probably should make it. Because I do that a lot in this game. Honestly, it's what I do the best in this game. Is I go to places to uncover the mystery more. And I make it way too broad when it should just be like, oh, you missed a simple chest in that exact area. No. Psych. Psych. I went like 3 miles away. I went and I checked the newspaper to see if you have any articles on this person. I've been going broad. Very broad. So I'm going to do a little cheatsy here. And make sure I'm not going in the wrong direction. So chapter 1, Love, Death, and Cordona. So I can just get set back on the right track. Every now and then I just have to set myself back on the right track. So I don't go very broad and make it very, very boring. So you need to leave through the door. Yep, that's what I did. Need someone at the barracks to tell you more about the victim. So I need to go to the barracks. So let's check the end of the rope slide where the attacker escaped. All right, so that sets me back on the right track. So up in the tower, there was a rope bridge that put me over, I think it's over here-ish. Actually, oh, Blimp. Hello, Blimp. No, okay, it was over here. Where the hell was it? I can't pinpoint where I stood. There is a rope off of one of these sides. Excuse me, woman. All right, let me just go back up and let me show you what I'm talking about. It's right here. You see this right here? So it's very clear that the killer used this. You can see like a little bit of blood or something right there. They clearly like yeeted themselves over there. I can't figure out where it is when I go down though. Let's see if the map shows. I'm facing back towards Old City. Okay, so we're going back towards Old City. Is this towards Old City? No, that's the opposite direction. All right, so here's the rope here. So we're going to head this direction. See if we notice any blood trails. See if we see any Ottoman people who are bleeding. What the fuck, John? Really? Not okay. Are you Ottoman? You're Turkish. Okay. So the rope should come down right here, which you can see the blood right here.
That was a rough landing.
So they landed pretty rough. They crapped a barrel. They cracked a barrel, and now we're looking for somebody who's Ottoman and bleeding. These are all Cordonians. Did he run up the actual wall? Did he have enough oomph in him to run up the wall? It doesn't look like it. Okay. I didn't think so either, but I had to check. He's probably on this path down here, trying to hide in the wilderness, which kind of tracks. Are you in this cart? Oh, interesting, interesting. Somewhere up here, perchance. Albanian. Crimean. Damn it. Unless he just kept running. I don't feel like he would keep running that far. Yeah, I'm running too far. Of course, I'm running too far again. As always, I'm running too far again. Hi, Freedom. Welcome in. Yes, thank you for the first redeem. Technically, you are not first, but I will let you take that first. You take that first. Oh, wow. Okay. Excuse me while I missed the giant frickin', I don't know, whatever in the middle with a bunch of daggers in it.
Wow. Amazing, right?
Disturbing is more like it.
I don't know why everybody's crying around it, but anybody Albanian? Anybody got some blood on him? Crimean. That's John. He's imaginary. You're Kurd. You're Cordonian. You're Cordonian. You're Italian. You're Somalian. You're Cordonian. You're Cordonian. I sang it so many times I can't even pronounce it anymore. Okay. And I'm supposed to come back to it later. Imagine this.
A curved knife covered in fresh blood. There we go.
I know, but that is not the first. But Redeem says otherwise. I let everybody have the redeem because it's fun.
Doubt that this eagle is purely ornamental.
Careful, Sherry. Locals aren't too happy with what you're doing.
I'm gonna run.
Better leave the knife here. Now is a bad time to ruffle any feathers.
I'm gonna run. Don't mind me running. Don't mind me. Don't mind me running. Don't mind me running. You don't see me doing anything. All right. So after this, I need to go to the barracks, which is. I need to go to the barracks. Barracks. Where is the barracks? I know he told me to go to the barracks, but was it here? Oh, at least I can take a photograph of it. How do I take a photograph of anything?
Infidel.
Are you calling me an infidel?
Go away from it.
How do I take a photograph? How do I do that? I don't know how to do that, okay? I don't know if I managed to do that or not. I don't know, honestly. Do the soldiery discuss it amongst themselves? The pillar of knives. Let me ask some of them.
Leave it. Don't touch.
I'm not touching. I promise. I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it.
Leave it.
A big Sag now. Same though. It's sacred, apparently.
I hope the police find the murderer.
Okay, you have no answer for me. All right. You go away. Well, I'm stuck here at a dead end, so I'm going to go ahead and save, and I'm going to raid out for the night. I am streaming tomorrow as well. I'm going to be streaming at like 9 p.m. my time. Okay, these both saved. All right. Okay, we're good. We're good. I wanted to make sure. I didn't think that was the quest it was going to land on, but it did. So let me see who we can raid out to tonight. Hell yeah. Hell yeah about raiding out. What will you be playing? I see. Tomorrow is Saturday, so I'll be playing some Raft with Maury and
Okay,
Noki.
Kaido, I'm scared. Can you come up
Thank
here?
you for the shout out, Freedom. She definitely
I'm really
deserves
scared to
two.
go past that
Thank you, of
circle.
course. Let's see who else is streaming right now.
Carolina,
Hell yeah,
Carolina.
distributing tomorrow. Yes,
Okay,
I know
with
you're
the-
excited.
with the
You
thing.
need that entertainment. I know Wawa is streaming. Anybody else? No, not really. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and read out to Eldritch Wawa because we love Wawa here. Eldritch Wawa is... Looks like Wawa is doing some piplups. Wawa looks like they're doing some piplups, Sasha. Piplups. Piplups. That's all I have to say. Eldritch... Yeah, okay. There is no space. Damn it! I misspelt it. Red Eldritch Wah. And it's now subraid and unsubraid because I found out that my plan was it was faulty. Faulty? It was faulted. It didn't work, Freedom. It didn't work, Freedom. So it's subraid and unsubraid. Anyways, thank you guys all for joining me tonight. My brain was very bad tonight, but I enjoy hanging out with you guys and playing that game in general because I love Sherlock in general. I'm a big Sherlock fan, if you can't tell. So I hope you guys have a fantastic night, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow at 9 p.m. Again, 9 p.m. CST for some more Raft. You guys have a good one, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night. Bye-bye.